last time that we got together, you were able to venture through the mysterious jungles underneath this place called Idrisil, where barely escaping a pack of wild, monstrous dogs, you encountered a new friend, a gnomish ranger named Finley, who had traveled down through a very large kind of rift in the. It's hard to explain. It's a cavern ravine that kind of breaks off at the surface level, and underneath is where Idrisil resides. Thinking that this person might be able to get you out of here safely, you encountered lots and lots of Jocelyn Reeses that were escorting many different groups of people towards that large central pyramid figure. As you needed to find a dragonborn friend that belonged to your new companion, you made your way up, got a sight of a very nasty looking creature that was sucking out brains and trying to replace them with its consciousness, and decided to make a break for it. However, without consulting as a team, you split the party again and were unable to get fully away, causing Dakath Malkoa to lose his consciousness to this creature and begin to attack you all. After a harrowing battle, you were able to slay the creature and get a few parting words from Dakath before inevitably ending his life. Through that turmoil, you abandoned the pyramid and made your way towards a mechanism of pulleys and chains, like a giant lift on the side of a skyscraper building that none of you had the strength to be able to manage to pull the group up on. Camping down, you spent some time learning some of your new companions, a little bit about how they fare in the world, before you received a message coming through one of the sending stones that was on the dead body of Countess Imrish, trapped within the necklace of Voxel. Releasing the body and getting the stone, you were able to communicate with the Grey Sisterhood that was up above at the top of the rift. Through some magics of their own, they managed to grab each of you and bring you up to the surface level, as you now find yourself at the start of a new day, and you are somewhere in the deserted kind of plateau region that is on the north side of the Zaget. And that's where we're going to pick up, as you have just stepped through those veils, those green portals, and you now are at a brand new break of dawn.
The Zaget.
I don't think I've ever been happier to see sunlight.
Yeah, that sun's pretty nice. Have you ever been to the Zaget before? Raystrom?
I have. I accompanied my friend Q and our recently departed friend Kelnis here on a secret mission previously.
So who is it that you know in the Zaget, Finley?
Well, I don't think he's in the Zaget, but hopefully he's one of the people that Jocelyn rescued. He saved me.
Oh. What was his name?
I don't know. But he was copper.
That's an odd name.
No, I don't know what his
name
is.
Oh.
Is it like I don't? Like, is it like his first name like I don't? Or like
I didn't.
Y'all are so fun.
I didn't.
Don't.
Mr. No.
Just,
I didn't know.
not the only one that's thinking
No
about it.
common,
It's
I
like,
don't.
Yeah.
Punny.
A what?
So he saved you from what?
I'm sorry, he's bronze. He's not copper. My bad. I had a brain fart.
There's a significant difference between bronze and copper. Thank you.
There
They're
is-
pretty much the same color.
No,
they're
totally
very
different.
similar. After
Yeah.
spending some
No.
time in the Zaget and like
No.
seeing it
No.
just it's difficult to tell the colors apart and know why the differences are significant. But I mean,
Are there differences? Like, are there what do you mean?
oh, I don't know if we have the time.
I'm just so fascinated by everything Dragonborn related. They're so tall.
They are.
Mhm.
So saved you from what?
Well, no offense, Raystrom, but humans.
Multiple, like plural humans.
Yeah, like a group of nasty humans that regularly poach the lands around my home and prey on the innocent and are terrible beings on this island.
Well,
That
evil
sounds
comes
good.
in all shapes, forms, and sizes.
It sure does, but these humans suck.
I mean, this sounds kind of like the group that we encountered once. We were walking up out like in kind of near Lake Plastos, and there was a group of, but I don't quite remember if they were humans or not, but I just know that's where Kelnis got like a really cool dagger. But yeah, I think they were called the something laughter or
Oh,
no,
well, the group,
not sure.
Conclave of grins.
Yeah.
I believe. Yes.
well, I mean, the humans that are so obnoxiously awful, they're a group called the Dagnui.
Dagwe.
Dagnui.
That's a silly name.
I would like to say they're silly beans, but they're terrible. So my apologies, Raystrom, but that's the most interaction I've had with humans, and
Well,
they're
it's
terrible.
it's understandable. I can assure you, I am no Dagwe. I'm a Brigadoon.
A Dagnui with an N.
Dangwe.
I'm not following either.
I know.
Dankweed?
Dag. Nui.
Dag
Nui.
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 I don't.
Nui.
Got it.
Neat. Copyright. Sorry.
It's a really rough dialect in the north.
Okay.
But they're awful and they should all die and terrible things should happen to them. And that's that.
Voxel's gonna look to Deals and say, "Oh, she's got a big thirst for blood. I think she'll do well with us."
Thanks.
Yeah. So I guess we should start making our way towards the Zaget.
But how are we going to get in? Because they don't really let other people in. If you're not a dragonborn, you don't really go in.
I think they'll let us in.
I mean,
we're
sneak in, but that's really hard.
no,
Last time we
don't.
were led in by a friend of Kelnis.
Yeah, I think if we let them know why we're here, I think we'll be okay.
Unless Jocelyn, do you have some kind of pull in the Zaget?
I mean, my reach doesn't quite go into the Zaget's territory, but I would agree with your companion. You do have somebody of great importance to them, do you not?
We do.
However, I would warn you, the dragon folk are easily offended, very rough-tempered, so be very careful what you say.
Okay.
Speaking of people of great importance, one of my good friends fell at the folly. He's a bit of a metallic man. He should be somewhere near the well. If when you have your people travel there, would you be able to collect him for me?
We can most certainly look into this. Where would we send this metallic man?
Q? Are we gonna be the Zaget long, you think, or?
I don't know how long we'll be welcome, especially since we're bringing such bad news. I mean, after that, I don't know.
Foxhole, Finley, any places?
I mean, maybe maybe we could see Finley's place near Lake Plastos.
I would love to have company at my house.
You did offer tea.
Of course,
What
I love
house is
tea. I'm sorry?
It's gonna be like he's tall, right?
Well, I didn't say y'all would all fit, but of course you can come visit.
Yeah, I suppose we can sleep outside.
Do you live in some sort of village, or is your house by itself?
Oh, it's kind of by itself, and it's partially underground, but I can still get out to the fresh air, and it's home.
Do you have some kind of like workbench area or anything like that?
I mean, there's some fallen trees and things
can
like
make
that on the
something.
edge of the forest.
I'll make something, and if you approve, like, you know, I can create something there for me to use and leave behind for you.
Are you making me a present?
I mean, if it goes well, sometimes my creations aren't super successful, but practice makes perfect.
Don't drink his potions.
I love presents.
So yeah, I guess your place would be a
Okay.
good. So Jocelyn, you have a delivery service?
Well, not quite. I mean, we don't carry parcels, but if it's a companion and y'all have done quite a number of service towards the sisterhood.
I mean, you delivered us here. That was really cool.
That was.
I need to try and learn that. That's such a
If-
time saver.
And Q's gonna start talking to Jocelyn, but like still not making eye contact. Would it be possible to get all of the things that were taken from me in Braska?
I believe so.
I would really appreciate that.
I can look into it. So
Oscar.
I mean, on that note, any potions or anything else you could benevolently bestow upon us for future missions would also be greatly appreciated and help serve the greater good.
Jocelyn.
I'm not sure that your greater good outweighs the duty of my sisterhood, but
No.
Hey,
Understandable. Like
I
extra.
haven't been around y'all long, but you're asking for a lot. Have you done a lot of stuff?
Well, kind of, but I don't think we knew it was all good. Like until now, I think we thought we were fighting the wrong or different people. Like for the longest time, we thought we were fighting the sisters and Jocelyn. But it turns out in fighting them, we were actually fighting worse people. And I think we might be on the same side, Jocelyn?
as I mentioned before, let's own up that we have debts on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
I still have to speak to the council, to the Grottons, and then we can communicate further. But as for right now, I will dispatch a message to the Folly that they should find this. Sorry, you never gave me a name.
I mean, last I saw him, he was out of commission, but his name is Vers. He'll be a rather rectangly shaped metal man. He'll probably still have his big smile on his face. Has a pretty unmistakable grin. So I don't think you'll have trouble pinpointing who it is near the fountain.
Very well, I'll find this verse and also send a dispatch back to the Citadel that whatever was taken from you will be returned. However, I'm still not sure where we're sending it. You say it's going to your home, little one, but I'm sorry, I've never had the pleasure. Can you be more specific?
Okay, so it's off the coast of Lake Plastos, between the lake and between the Deadwoods.
As is a few leagues of land.
Do you have an address?
P.O. box.
No, it's the only one that I know of.
It's
Dear
one
Finley, is
Lake Plastos.
there some sort of like large land marker possibly near your home that the
Oh.
sisterhood may be able to leave our stuff at?
The lake.
Well, aside from the lake, something a smaller large landmark.
Okay, so there is really close to my home, which is kind of underground. It's like a little burrow and has a really like just welcoming atmosphere. There is a tree that leans over at like a 45-degree angle. And then it branches up and it keeps going sideways.
And it's the only one anywhere near your home like that.
Yes.
Very well.
Is that a specific enough for you, Jocelyn?
Perhaps not for me, but Concern? Concern steps forward. Yes, milady, I'll take care of it as best as I can. A 45-degree angled tree. Okay.
I mean, if you want to be precise, it's probably like 41 degrees, but nobody talks about a 40-degree angle. They talk about a 45-degree angle.
It's a degree.
I'll get right on that. And you see him kind of walking away, and already there's just this look of utter, there's no hope.
Bees?
There's a flock of bees nearby. They
Swarm of bees!
Go 10 paces past the...
I love your markers.
Perhaps if we left a sending stone with you, Concern, we can maybe try to guide you in once.
I'm glad you mentioned that. And you see him pull off the piece of jewelry, and he kind of holds it. Are you sure this wouldn't be better help with you here? I mean, it does belong to you, does it not?
It does.
Is it yours?
Probably. Q takes it and looks at Racer and is like, I mean, if you think this is the only way we're going to be able to get our things, can hold on to it a little bit longer.
That was sort of my thought. Like once Finley gets her to her home, if Concern hasn't found that 41-degree tree that I'm sure is like dynamite like location marker, we could try and reach Concern on the sending stone to guide him in, and then we could get the other one then.
That sounds good. We'll get this after when we get our things and give it back.
Very well. It should take me somewhere around a week. But hopefully I'll see you then.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
And he begins to just kind of walk off. Jocelyn kind of looks at you and says, very well, shall we press on to the gate?
Yes. I've never been inside with permission.
There's still a chance you might not be inside. But let's do our first step. And she begins to start walking to the south.
I follow.
As y'all begin to walk, it's about 2 hours journey before you start seeing the plateau begins to raise slightly, and you see that kind of disrupted crags within the ground that build up the pathway to the gates. Q, you and Raystrom have walked these before, knowing that the sides begin to raise up and it funnels you in towards where the gates are. as you approach, you see a large standing wooden gate, slightly bigger than the ones that you passed through in the south. However, this one has two stone, they're like gigantic wide pillars, probably about 15 feet across each side, that stand on each end of the wooden gate. And upon it, there are a few archers. The Dragonborn army archers see you coming, and you see them grab their bows and they ready them as one kind of waves you down and begins to walk down a few steps. You also see coming over the corners of the two kind of mounted stone walkways are these large dragon-shaped creatures that begin to kind of claw down the side as they begin to maneuver down the rock and head towards this one creature, this one lone dragonborn, who, as he approaches you, you see the tail swinging back and forth. Q, you would realize that this is Dejunta. Halt! Nobody goes into the Zaget today. Jocelyn steps forward. I am Lady Jocelyn Reese, head of the Order of the Grey Sisterhood, and I bring ill tidings, but also a gift. Please, approach. And as she walks forward, they stand for about 5 minutes or so, just kind of talking to each other. All the while, these two dragon-like creatures, all on fours, begin to walk, and you start hearing the clanking of metallic joints. Jocelyn starts to walk back over. The whole time, one of the dragon creatures kind of just looks at her and takes a few steps towards her, but never gets anywhere closer. So they're willing to let you in. He's sent a guard to report of Countess's fate. They will demand the body, as is their right. However, they refuse to allow anybody representing the capital in.
But we don't represent the capital, do we?
That you don't. Q, they have given you permission, with your guard, as they claim, if you would like to go in. But remember, tread carefully. Even though you are not a direct representative of the capital, you are still one of the free citizens that fall under their leadership. Even the slightest mistake, a whim of disrespect, could mean utter chaos and an outbreak of war that they have been so close to for so many years.
Wait,
No wrong steps.
amongst themselves or between?
Shh, we'll talk about it afterwards.
Just best behavior. Best behavior, everybody.
Best behavior. Sunday best. Sunday best.
Good choices.
Voxel, any dark secrets you have about Dragonborn, or are we gonna be good?
So far, I think we're gonna be okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut and look around and mostly avoid the war. So, yeah.
Then I fear this is where we say goodbye. Please be on your best behavior, even when you leave here.
Thank you for your help.
Shouldn't be thanking me.
Why not?
All I did is show up.
And
don't-
you,
That's all we needed.
but all of you helped get those victims out. Sounds like a pretty terrible place. Are you going to go burn it down? Are you going to go destroy it? What are you going to do next?
You are the most ambitious questionnaire I've ever heard.
Thanks.
It's exhausting, isn't it?
I'm not tired.
What I mean to say is, none of our aid would have been ready had it not been for the word we got from your friend Dakar.
Oh, I don't know him.
Will you be seeing him soon?
Oh, I do hope so.
Will you tell him what happened?
Let's see how things go. Perhaps you'll be able to tell him before I see him.
Okay. That would be ideal.
One last thing, Lady Reese, if you don't mind,
Another thing.
since we haven't gotten much rest, would you be able to bestow a bit of your healing energy upon us before we part ways?
You seem very rested to me. Did we not just wake you up?
I don't believe we were resting, did we?
Raystrom and Vox rested.
Well,
and
we watched. I wasn't sure how long we had rested.
Y'all would have done
okay,
nails for
okay.
us. Yeah,
Oh,
y'all
okay,
had nails
okay,
for
okay.
us.
I got your answer, Vic.
Thanks, Rachel.
Best you just, depend on your own constitution. I'm sure you can do well. Best of luck.
Thanks.
And she begins to walk away.
Q is going to tell Raystrom, I don't think I'm ready for this.
Voxel,
But I need to be ready for this.
Voxel and I can handle the body, if that would make it easier, and you can.
No,
You
I
can-
don't
you
think
can-
that'll make it easier.
Well, anything you need, just let us know. I know I briefly met Asira, but I know you and Kelnis were quite closer, and I'm sure she'll be going to you for any answers.
Mm-hmm. Kelnis always wanted our moms to meet. I hope one day that can happen. All right. Well, let's go.
You can do it, Q. Just one step at a time. Take that first step and then keep moving. Yep. And the next one.
Yeah.
Axel gently but sarcastically pushes you a little bit.
Me or Q?
Yeah, who's getting pushed?
Q is getting pushed.
As she'll begin to shuffle forward, the two dragon-like creatures begin to kind of snake around, and they climb up the sides of the walls and begin to get behind you as they walk in flank.
Raystrom's gonna pull out his journal and just start sort of sketching, like what he
I'm gonna
sees.
be.
Q's gonna tell Ray. Next ver.
I mean, I'm guessing that's what Kelnis sort of excitedly told me about
Yeah, that was it.
when I came.
It's very similar.
But last time they attacked you?
Yeah, well, we were also kind of looting, I think, their owner.
Ah.
So, I mean, kind of deserved it.
They're so cool. Do you see them? They're beautiful.
Raystrom, do me a favor, and would you roll an Arcana check?
And I think I have. Is it advantage? I believe I have advantage on those if I'm using an artisan tool. Am I using an artisan tool, or
No,
am I just
you are
looking?
not. You're just
Okay.
looking.
That'd be a 14.
Okay. Give me a second, everybody. Feel free to talk amongst yourself.
Look at that one. It's blue. And that one's like blue green.
And that one's turquoise.
Oh,
What's-
crap.
What's your
Speaking
favorite
of-
color, Finley?
I don't want to talk about colors right now.
We're not asking Vic, we're asking Finley.
Finley, what's your favorite color?
Brown. No, I don't know. I never really thought about it. Oh, crud
Well,
muffins.
what color do you like looking at the most?
Well, I love the green leaves on trees in springtime, but I love the blue sky when it's like really sunny, but there are some clouds, like partly cloudy.
Of course she does.
And I like when it's reflected on the surface of Lake Plastos. And I mean, some of the shades of brown on the tree trunks in the deadwoods are really beautiful.
That's a
At this
lot of
point,
colors.
Vox is going to lean into Raystrom and just say, she's one of them rangers.
Just one of them what?
She's one of them rangers.
Oh,
One of them ranger folk.
So the colors that you see of these two creatures, one is blue, and the other one has a hint of green. So it's not that it's turquoise, but there is a little bit of green between where the scales would be, but it's just where the two pieces of metal open up and you see a light of green in between. As you begin to walk forward, Dejunta kind of nods. You're Imrish's friend, are you not? Is it
Yeah.
true then?
is what true?
Did you kill her?
Did I kill her? No, I didn't kill her. I tried to save her. I tried to keep her safe, and it just
Is
I
she
didn't
dead?
kill her. Yes,
Do you have the body?
yes.
Kind of looks around. Where's the body?
Voxel will kind of step forward and just say, is there a particular place where we can just set the body? Because its means of being projected out may be a little bit overwhelming for some people. So privacy and a nice flat surface, the rest of the body would be most preferred.
But you have the body?
We do.
Yes, it's inside. And I'm gonna point to the amulet that Voxel's wearing. I was like, it's in there. We brought it from
It's best if it's
where it
concealed.
happened.
Maybe only 1 or 2 people present when we open this.
I would like to hold.
It's okay, Voxel.
Voxel will hand it over.
He kind of looks at it. Follow me. Do not talk to anybody. And Dejunta begins to walk you up the path. As you go up the northern end, where you pass the iris. For those of you who don't remember, the iris itself is a large descending pit that has been kind of delved into with a circular spiraling walkway that drills down. And as you go further down, it glistens with the light of all these colored rocks. And then it also shines with the sunlight. You see the sparkling of all of the different chromatic colors of scales of these dragonborn. But where the last time you were here, it was very quiet. It is now very awkwardly quiet. And there aren't as many dragonborn down there.
I want to make a note of like what kinds of dragonborn I'm seeing, and if it seems like there are any changes in the dynamic of like the way people are interacting with each other.
Go ahead and roll an insight check.
Seven.
Apart from what I already said, that's pretty much all you're getting.
Okay.
As you are led up the pathway that leads to the proving grounds, you pass by, and on the set, it's kind of like that overlooking viewpoint that looks into the grounds itself. You see a few dragonborn knights. As these Zaget knights kind of turn to you, and they stop. Dejunta, why do you bring outsiders in? They say they have Kelnis. One of them kind of looks over at you, and she slumps down and takes off that circlet helmet that matches what Kelnis had. And you see this is Nalakente. I remember you. Why do you come back?
Q looks to Dejunta because Dejunta said not to talk to anybody, but I look to see if it's okay to answer.
He nods.
We came to bring Kelnis back. I wanted her to have a proper dragonborn burial or send off, or I wanted to do right by her.
At which point, a couple of the dragonborn that are next to her begin to kind of laugh, and she quickly turns around and she slaps across both their face. How dare you? She was a Zaget knight. You will treat her with respect. Did you bring the body with you? Yes, my lady. She says that she is in this. Very well. Let's go see Doxin. And they begin to walk with you, as you now have 5 Zaget knights walking alongside you, with the trailing 2 draconic creatures following behind. As you cross over that narrow bridge, go ahead, Finley.
Finley's just patting Q comfortingly on the side of her leg.
You make it
Bob
over
says
the...
that amulet in sight, he's not taking it out of sight. He's glaring at that thing the whole time.
You make it over that large bridgeway that separates over into the metallic side, where there are numerous metallics who are out about working, and you begin to do that uphill climb that leads towards that dragon-like palace, that skull that sits with the wings curled in and around as staircases. Before you get there, you hear a scream, a very roar-like scream that comes from the building to the right, that sunken down building that leads into the Dracona Antiquary. And you realize the news must certainly have reached Kelnis's mother's ears. They begin to usher you down into the catacombs below, and you are now in that area where you've once examined the dead body of Rokum. And where his body laid, it is empty. He kind of Jejunta takes the amulet and sets it on the table. Show us the body.
Q looks at Voxel.
Voxel will kind of put the amulet back on and just start thinking and try to do what he did last time to release the body.
Instantly, the body gets pulled out of that yellow light and lands onto the table. One of the arms hanging over the edge, the head itself cocked over exactly how it was, spilling over a little bit of the brain matter. It is a gruesome sight to see, but it looks like there's been no deterioration of the body. You said this happened recently?
A couple days ago.
I should go in and get Doxin. And Dejunta begins to leave. Nalakente walks up to the body. She bends down and she puts her forehead up against the forehead of Kelnis. You see her mouth begin to move slightly. And she puts her hand over the chest, leans down, kisses right on the side of the cheek, and then stands back up. There should be a guard here at all times. At which point, one of the ones that she slapped kind of runs forward. I will take the watch. Very well. Thank you so much for bringing our sister back to us. There's nothing that we really can give you, but you are welcome to stay until the rites are over.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
It's our honor. She fought to her very last breath defending us and this great island.
I do not speak for the island, but I do speak for myself. She fought me every second of my life. She was quite the ass. But I always knew that we would have our day to prove who really deserved to be in charge. I guess that day will never come. If you'll excuse me, I need to speak with my mother.
Hey.
And then she exits. You're free to do whatever you'd like as you are in the catacombs.
Finley's going to pat Q again and say, "Your friend is beautiful." And then she's going to go over and try to like lift Kelnis's arm onto the table so it's not hanging.
You're able to do that.
Q's gonna go on the opposite side wherever Finley is and just kind of like take in all of like the scales and all of the scars that she's gotten along the way and just say, yeah, she is. And she's also going to look at the mithril armor that Kelnis is wearing, and she's going to say, I really thought that would have been enough. I wonder if that like dragonborn are like not cool with like mithril armor and stuff because it's not, I don't know, their armor. I don't know what their rights are. If she can be like, I don't know what the rights are.
We actually should figure that out because, I mean, I don't know what it's like in dragonborn culture, but let's just say a lot of us aren't buried with everything on. So, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, well, if they've got a special armor and they would think that that's offensive or something, maybe we could, you know. But at the same point, if grave robbing is considered inappropriate, well, then that causes a bit of a situation. So we should probably find out, and then.
Well, even if we can just give it to her mom or something.
Oh yeah, of course that too. But I was just thinking, you know, that would be like a good way to like preserve it. You know, it's just having it close by. You know, what about her axe too? What's the deal with that? Because she has a huge axe, and so it's like.
So the axe would not be with her.
No, because it didn't. I don't think that came.
Mm-mm.
The only thing y'all grabbed was her body.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they'll do the ceremonial rites and they'll want her to wear traditional dragonborn garb, and maybe she's gonna want her family or her friends, maybe one of y'all, to have the mithril armor.
Maybe. I mean, we'll have to see what the rights are, but I mean, if she needs to go in whatever's way that she died, that's cool. But I think they probably want her like look like all the other dragonborns and have like, I don't know if they have like a traditional something. I don't know. This is hard. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I should talk to Syrah.
I was gonna ask, do you need to go find her mom? Because you mentioned her mom and your mom and moms and...
Probably. But I also kind of don't want to leave. And I'm gonna go and ask the guard, how long are the rites, or what's the itinerary for the next couple hours?
We do not remove our undead from the world without bringing life into the world. There are a few things that need to be taking place first before the ceremony. But perhaps tonight.
What needs to take place first?
We need to purify the body. We need to obtain a new draconic creature for her spirit to flow through. And
So
of
you
course,
need a baby dragonborn first. Okay.
Could we aid in removing her armor and sword and possibly present it to her mother?
no one will touch the body.
Okay. I think I should go find her mom.
Would you like some company, Q?
Sure.
Okay.
So you're heading over to the antiquary?
Mm-hmm.
What about Vox and Raystrom?
Fox is going to be holding pretty close to Raystrom just because he's not sure what tiefling dragonborn relations are, but in previous experience, not been his preferred interaction.
Rachel's gonna be following Q, keeping an eye on Finley just to make sure she doesn't get too excited around the Dragonborn.
So my question is, are you all going to the antiquary or not?
Oh, yes. Well,
Otherwise you're standing in one room and you can't watch them from one room.
Yeah.
So you're all going to the antiquary. Okay, as you make your way out into the tall peak of this palace, you begin to walk over towards where you hear the wailing mother, Asira. And as you open up the door, you see that the antiquary itself has been ripped apart. The shelves have been toppled over. There's glass covered in many parts of the room. And then there are just pieces of parchment scattered across the floor. And in the far corner, next to a lone fire pit, is Asira, huddled over and crying.
Q is gonna go up to her and kind of mirror the position that she's in and sit the same way, and is going to finally just let it all out and just start crying and sobbing and just be like, kind of share that emotion with her mom.
For a moment, there's this hesitation that you're in the room. And then after you begin to start, she just leans in and throws her arms around you. And it's this motherly warmth that, even though it's a completely different character than what you've grown up with, it feels like your mom.
Vox will kind of turn around and just kind of like step slightly off to the side to make it look like he's making room for them or just kind of being respectful. But without actually touching anything, he's just going to kind of glance out of his eye and see if he can read any of the stuff on the parchment that he does see.
Do you read Draconic?
What's that?
Do you read Draconic?
I do not.
It's a lot of chicken scratch.
Oh, man. Look at all those chickens. So,
Did my baby... Did she die a warrior?
Best.
I'm very sad, but also deeply, deeply grateful that she didn't die here. She died where she wanted to be, in the world. What are we going to do?
I don't know. I don't know how this goes on without her. So much of this was her. But so much of what she did was for the good of the dragonborn. And just in knowing her, I care too. So I'm here to help you, to be a messenger, to carry it on. I know I'm not her, and I could never be her. But I would like to honor her in that way.
Thank you. I know we didn't get to spend much time together, but I could tell my daughter she loved you.
And I her. And she loved you very much. She would do anything for you.
So sorry. Look at this place. Please make yourself comfortable.
I'll help you clean up.
May we help tidy up, ma'am?
Sorry, you probably remember briefly, Raystrom. These are new ones. This is Voxel and Finley. They've been told to be on their best behavior.
Wise advice. Who knows what will happen?
Madam, is there anything we can get you? A drink, food? Is there anything you need specifically? I would be more than happy to aid in that sort of way if possible.
Set up a meal train.
Sign up genius.
I mean, I'm familiar with making a casserole, so, you know.
Are you proficient in it, though?
Roll.
That's gonna be.
You always roll a 1 with casserole. Just pointing that out right now. Making my point.
I think I'll be fine. I should spend some time with my daughter before her farewell. However, perhaps you could do me a favor.
Right.
Anything.
I know this is tense times, and the last time you were here, the Dragonborn didn't show their best. We still aren't sure who the real culprit was for Rokum's murder. But the tensions lately have grown. The Copper and the Bronze tribes are beginning to vie for power. And as distraught as the news is to lose a true dragon, it is our custom and our tradition to birth a new Dragonborn. If that Dragonborn were to reveal as Bronze or Copper, then there could be a new shift in power, especially with Doxin as ill as he's been. My Kelnus was the only last hope for our our clan. And I've already been stripped of my powers. With her death, the brass dragonborn are done. Unless we can shift this ceremony into our favor.
And how exactly would how would that look?
There are writings that I've stumbled across in my time here. Ways to sway the coloration. I think I've managed a sufficient enough dosage, if injected into the egg, would cause for its birth to arrive as a brass dragonborn. But I cannot be seen anywhere near these eggs.
What exactly would the people guarding these eggs look like?
Well, it used to be that the soldiers did, but recently, Yalwyn has pulled most of the troops out and has them guarding the perimeters of the north for fear of a capital attack. Valasa apparently had some sort of connections with the dwarves. They have provided us with a new means of protection. It's these beasts that currently guard the birthing pits.
The robot dragons.
They're really pretty.
Beautiful, yes, but deadly. Twisted machinations infused with some sort of arcane magic. Only mimic what a real dragon can do.
Forgive me for speaking out of turn, but a great number of you must be very desperate. You don't seem to hold those machines in high regard. You must be very desperate to resort to these measures to protect. Well, I mean, I guess in most cultures, children are revered, so.
Let's just say it doesn't matter what's protecting our gates. Each clan must protect themselves from the others.
Just out of curiosity, when you say there's a shift in power, what exactly does that look like? And what are the different color types as far as you mentioned copper, bronze, brass? Is there another one? Or?
There's a ceremony that our leader goes through. It's a tinting of the scales. The leader of our conclave is always golden. However, 3 metallic clans serve as the generals. Well, 2 now. The brass, once my position. Copper, under the rule of Valasa. And bronze, under the rule of Yalwyn. While Valasa controls more of our political landscape, Yalwyn is the one who controls the might of the soldiers.
You said you can make this injection or whatever it is. You said you can make it?
It's already made.
It just needs to be injected into the egg. And there's only one egg?
They'll only use one.
How do you know which one?
You won't. The more you inject, the better our odds.
So inject all the eggs.
If you can.
Where
How many-
specifically do you inject an egg? Because, again, not real familiar with eggs. They're usually like a hard shell, and like a needle's like, isn't it like stabbing it, or like what does it even look like? Is it like soft? I mean, we just want to make sure that we will be doing this correctly instead of possibly dooming the entire future order.
No need to fear. You'll find our eggs are quite different than any chicken's egg.
And how many of those things are guarding the eggs?
That I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Best behavior, best behavior. Oh,
I think I can do it. I think I can just get in and out just very quickly and very quietly if I go by myself.
Q, can I speak to you privately?
Sure. And I go behind a bookcase and take Finley.
Okay, I don't.
I listen in.
On the other side of the bookcase.
I know. Like, just looking through an empty book hole.
Find an illusion to make my face look like a book. Hey, guy. Sorry.
Q, I really admire the dragonborn, and I just, they're fascinating, and I want to know all about them, and I'd love to see dragonborn eggs and dragonborn babies, and it would all be so cool, and those dragon machines. And I mean, Kelnis's mom seems to be very, I know everyone's probably very emotionally distraught, but morally, how right is it to sway a color? Couldn't they be born just as they are, or does it, like, is it life or death for a whole clan, or like, is there a super evil clan, so it definitely can't be that color, and the other clan is going to rise up from like an underdog and save everybody?
Q's gonna like look at her and just kind of, that's actually exactly what's gonna happen.
But what if they're not meant to be the color that Kelnis's mom wants them to be? How moral is this? Is it okay? I don't know Dragonborn culture. I want to know all about it. But there's kind of an ethical dilemma here. And
You're making me think.
And I know you're emotionally like, not attached, but you're in an emotional swamp. It's very muggy and muddy and sticky and difficult.
I just feel like it's bigger than me. And
if you think it's right, I'm all for it. And I'm kind of sneaky, so I might be able to help you. And 4 hands are better than 2 hands. And I don't know how injecting works, but I had to ask.
I am really sneaky. And I feel like in this particular instance, less hands are better.
Q,
On a scale of 1 to 10, how sneaky are you, Q?
11.
Oh, shit. You didn't even have to check.
Q, can I interrupt?
Turn it up to 11.
I'm only at a 6. I guess you win.
May I interrupt this conversation?
That's what you meant.
It was a very pointed question.
He's going to look in the encyclopedias in the H through J.
The talking books.
Oh.
The Encyclopedia Draconica?
Yeah. $19.99 a month, you too.
No money. We don't do money. I mean, they don't do money in the Zaget.
Okay.
They do layaway.
No.
Not yet.
Yes,
she never,
Raystrom?
she never made it back. Raystrom, what's on your mind?
I definitely think you should do whatever you think Kelnis will want Q, but also I don't care how sneaky y'all think you are. Who's ever gonna go, let me make you invisible?
I've never been invisible before. But Q, this is definitely, I feel like Q, this might give you some closure.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm going to do it. But just one.
I mean,
Just one
if
egg?
we
Just
don't-
one egg.
Just one egg? But then what? I mean, if you're going to do it, you might as well do it all the way.
I mean, the
Well,
ship
it'll
that-
be real weird if all of the eggs turn out brass.
But
all
they're
of a
not
sudden.
gonna, they're not all gonna be brass at once.
I'm not gonna. I mean,
She
it
said they
sounds like
choose
they only
one
pick
egg.
one egg.
Do the
so-
math.
Shell game.
Well, I feel like if
You said you were sneaky.
Here's the thing: is from what it sounds like, if if we don't do this, like that's the literal end of Kelnis. Like that's the complete end of Kelnis. Like
I
there's
know.
no lineage, and as somebody who feels pretty disconnected from that right now, look, I'd say more than one egg would actually be a good thing. That would be a good way to remember Kelnis, because there would be a more than obvious chance that she would probably, her family ties would continue. Also, yeah, because it sounds like there's going to be a giant war if this doesn't happen.
Yeah, there will be. That's why yeah. Okay.
I would say Q, do whatever you think Kelnis would do. I feel like she was very
Well, I don't think Kelnis would do it, but I think she would.
whatever you would think Kelnis would want to do. What's you to do?
Okay.
She wasn't the quietest person, but I do feel like her want for the Zaget was different than who will be in charge.
So maybe
Listen, you
Raystrom,
said you could you said you could turn them invisible, right?
do it.
I could turn one of them invisible.
So do it for Q. Let Q do it. I think Q should do it for
Well,
Q.
here's the thing. I can at least make myself look like other people, so I can always just be like a lookout or something like that. You know.
Can you make
I-
yourself
I-
look
I
like a
think-
dragon machine?
I think less.
Is more,
Yeah.
but not with the eggs.
Just
more
in
is
and
more.
out. In and out. Just.
I I think this is Q's plan and Q's decision.
Let me do this.
Okay,
I
just
feel
have
like
to-
I need to do this.
I think I do it. Do it.
Q's gonna go up to Asira and be like, okay.
Okay. And she reaches over and grabs underneath a few piles of parchment a satchel, and she hands it to you, and you hear the jingling and clanking of small little glass vials. Everything you need is here.
Wait, can you show me exactly how this works?
She reaches in, she grabs a syringe, plugs it in, drops the plunger, pulls it, and then she puts it right up against your skin. You do the rest.
Okay. All right, just didn't want there to be any chance of me not knowing how this works. Will you tell me where the eggs are exactly?
If you head southwest near the western gate, there's a tunnel that leads down through a small passageway. On the other end is a sunken pit. That's where we keep our eggs.
How many eggs?
You said as many eggs as possible, correct? Okay.
Asira, may I ask how far away this pit is travel-wise?
No more than 30 minutes. But we would need to move quickly.
Well,
after they purify my daughter's body, they will send an escort to go and retrieve one of the eggs to bring it back for the ceremony tonight.
How much time do we have?
I mean, I can put on as much of a show as I can to delay, but the faster you move, the less of a chance that there would be that anybody would catch you.
Okay.
I'm fairly certain that there wouldn't be any Zaget guards there.
Okay.
Most would be brought in, especially with her being a metallic.
Okay.
Also, Q, it's invisibility is something like I have to like really focus on, so I don't know how long I can hold it.
Okay.
So the quicker you are, the better. But just in case I can't concentrate long enough, I'm gonna take off my oven cloak and put it around Q. If you do become invisible before you get back, like, and you have the hood up on this cloak, it helps you hide very easily.
Okay. Well, how long does it last?
What's that?
Like the not being visible.
The longest I've concentrated and held it, practicing was about an hour.
Okay.
So I don't know if you need to leave from here or if it's possible for us to get closer before I turn you invisible. That's why I asked Asira, travel wise.
Why don't we go about halfway all together or together, and then I'll do the rest by myself.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it okay if we wander freely, ma'am?
You made it to my house. Don't see why they would stop you now.
I don't know.
Just
Let's
don't
go.
be suspicious.
Vox will pull his hood over kind of his head and just kind of keep
I
it in.
literally just said, don't be suspicious.
Vox doesn't know the other way around.
Finley's gonna start like strutting and whistling.
I'm gonna put on my
all
Hamburglar
of you.
mask.
All right, as you'll head out, jauntily whistling a tune, y'all make y'all's
wait,
way.
Mourning the death of one of our companions.
Right. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah. You make your way
Whistle somberly.
to the southwestern side, past the Draconic Palace. There are quite a few people who are beginning to move into the catacombs. Most who are metallic in nature, all of them metallic in nature, a few servants of the chromatic reed. And you begin to maneuver your way down a path that leads for a long way. It is a very straightly defined path. And eventually, after about 20 minutes, you do see the opening of a tunnel that starts leading down into the ground. You still see it's well lit, as about 50 feet up ahead of you, it opens up to another area of the pit that actually has an opening to where sun is beaming down. And as you get closer, you start hearing the clinking of metallic scales.
Good luck.
Q's gonna look Raystrom in the eyes. Make me invisible.
See you soon. I'm gonna put my hand on Q's shoulder and cast invisibility.
Right. As your appendages and your vestiges go invisible, roll me a stealth check.
Is it at advantage or anything?
You are invisible, so yes.
Okay. 17 and an 18.
Can I, before she leaves, can I? Oh no, never mind.
Okay. 29.
As you move forward, there is a large mound of rocks and debris that have been pushed into this large stone nest. And you maneuver around and carefully shift without trying to let any of the rocks break and fall. And as you look over, you see 8 large, it almost looks like reptilian skin wrapped around this eggshell. And they sit scattered among the debris. And you see the clinking of a red, a black, a blue, a green, and a white dragon metallic creature as they are curled up next to these eggs. What would you like to do?
So Q is using one hand to hold all the vials so that they don't make any noise, and is going to take her other hand to carefully get one out to inject one of the eggs.
Okay. So you make your way over to the first egg. Next to it is the red dragon. You begin to go and to carefully shift it in. I need a sleight of hand check.
$18.
As you drop the plunger, the egg itself begins to squirm just a little bit, and then it slows down, but the creature doesn't seem to do anything.
How many eggs do I see?
There are 8 total.
Oh, 8 eggs. Okay. I'm going to go for one more.
Okay. You walk over to the next egg. Give me another sleight of hand check.
Which dice do I use? Ooh, 24.
Okay. As you slide the second plunger in, it squirms a little less. Nothing else seems to happen. That's 2 out of 8 eggs.
Vox will send a message. Hey, how's it going? Any luck? Question mark. You can respond to this message.
Q's going to go for one more.
Okay.
$26.
So you reach over and you drop the plunger again. Same subtle movement. That's it. You have 3 out of 8 eggs.
And Q's not going to press her luck, and she's going to get out.
All right, I need one more stealth check as you walk away.
$26.
You carefully maneuver over the rock itself. One of the rocks begins to fall and shift, and your hand quickly reaches and catches, and you delicately set it down before carefully lifting your leg over the stone nest and backing out. All right, 3 out of 8 eggs. You make your way back over to the group. Tippy tap, tap, tap.
Ooh, ooh.
Yes, friendly Foxel.
Make me visible.
Oh. I'm gonna stop concentrating.
Right.
How'd it go?
Let's go.
Yeah, let's not be here.
Right, as the group begins to walk forward, you make your way back up to the top, heading towards the Draconic Palace. What would you like to do?
How many, Q?
I wasn't able to get any. I got too scared. I couldn't do it. Just kidding. I got 3.
I was about to use insight. 3, that's a decent number. How many were there altogether?
I probably could have gotten more, but I just,
Don't press your luck. I
Do
understand.
they look like eggs, like regular eggs, or like what? Are they big?
I mean, they look like dragonborn eggs.
What does that look like? Is it
No,
like
but
a
how
chicken egg,
many?
but like bigger? Or is it
Big,
like,
little.
And I make a hand
color?
gesture to very accurately display the size of the egg.
oh, that's smaller than I thought.
Could I fit in there?
Honestly, probably.
How many?
How many of you
No, how many eggs?
were there?
Yeah.
There were 8 eggs.
So a 38% chance increase. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
You, I'm
There's a
proud of you.
38% chance of this 100% working.
Hey Finley, and tell you what, you've been doing a good job here. Like, maybe the egg that they don't pick, maybe you could like take one.
No, no, what? No.
Oh, wait.
I'm kidding, guys. I'm kidding.
Maybe
Okay,
ask
yeah,
for
I
the
would-
shell of the
Sorry,
one that
sorry.
hatches.
No. Just
How would
that
I
was just.
carry it? If I could fit inside of it, how would I carry it? And would I
Box
be
will stay
stealing it away from its mom? That wouldn't be very nice. And they're not pets. They're beings.
Fox is gonna send a message to Finley. You should totally steal it.
No. Stop. No.
Vox is gonna look at him and be like, "I'm not doing anything," and walk off very annoyed.
It's his voice. Did you hear him? It was his voice.
I saw him. I heard him say he was annoyed and walk off.
Yeah,
Never mind.
it's kind of rude. I mean,
Yeah.
here we are trying to save the dragonborn.
Also, just to give you a little bit more of an update, Hovda, since you did your math, that is not the percentage that it would be for you to have. Because the other eggs each have a 33% chance of being a brass naturally. So total, you're looking at about 33% chance all the way through. With 3 eggs giving you a mandatory it will be, it's a 33% chance that the egg will show up.
So I have a capital X and a small X. And then I have a Y. And that's how
You
we
know
teach
what?
kids.
Let me look
also
back in the
Z.
archives and see
Throw the
how
Z
to
in there
cross
too.
multiply. For a second,
Multiply it straight across.
I guess like Q said, there's a 38% chance that it's 100% gonna work.
for a second, Q's gonna realize that the group is kind of having fun and joking around, and like she's gonna feel happy about it, but also like a little guilty. And just, okay, we should probably go to the ceremony and just see what's going on.
I'd love to see what happens. I'm not trying to make light. I'm really sorry for your loss, but we're in the Zaget.
I know.
I'm in the Zaget. It's so cool.
It is much more beautiful in the sunlight.
Yeah.
Why do you think? Oh wait, never mind. Never mind. So I know. Okay, what were? Okay, Q. What were the dragon? What were the dragon machines? What were they like?
Sleeping? I mean, they weren't doing anything. They were sleeping.
Small. What color? Long tails,
There were
short
lots-
tails, wings, necks. What?
I mean, there were lots of different colors. There was a red one, there was a blue one, a white one. I think there was a black one too. But it was a little dark. But it just, yeah, they just were all there, just sleeping.
None of them were shiny.
Shiny.
None of them were like brass, or bronze, or copper.
Well, I mean, they're made of metal.
but none of them were those colors.
Yeah.
I feel like what Finley's trying to pinpoint is that they were all chromatic colors.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you think they're real dragonborn scales on the machines?
Well, the one
Were
that
they painted?
I've seen before, they were very scale-like. I don't
Really?
know. I'd never like looked at them super closely to see.
Wait. Hold on.
Do you think they use real
hold on.
scales?
Hold on. How many eggs were there total in there?
8.
So there were 8, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there were no copper, bronze, or
Brass.
brass. So if that's the case, is that just like a common egg color, or is there just a significant chance that there's not any of the chromatic ones in there?
Oh,
think
then the eggs weren't that color. The creatures guarding them were that color.
Oh, okay, so
Yeah.
okay, so I was gonna say, because it sounds like someone could be switching the eggs out.
No. These were the metal
Dragon machine?
robot dragons
That's what I
that
mean, though.
were guarding the eggs. Were these colors?
Why-
And all the eggs
Why
look the
aren't
same,
any
then
of
and all
the-
that. So, well,
Why-
so you think they're gonna just? You think it's just gonna be totally random? They're not gonna like. They just pick an egg, like kind of flip a coin, and because you could technically turn invisible, and again, when they go pick it, and you might be able to manipulate them just enough that way they, like end up with the egg in their hands, even if
Well-
they choose one that's not injected.
So here was my thinking. How far away are we from the nearest person?
From the nearest person?
Yeah.
That's a great point that you bring up, because the moment that you hear Voxel say, well, how do they know which egg? You hear a voice behind you that says, typically I get the one that has the lowest thump. And as you
Lowest.
turn around,
Thump.
you see a tall, standing copper dragonborn in dark burgundy robes.
You're beautiful.
Thank you, dear. Kimura, it was. I don't know if you remember me. I am General Velasa.
I do remember you.
Perhaps you'd like to explain why you are on the path to the nesting grounds?
Sightseeing.
Yeah.
You've never let me know.
Yeah,
nobody's ever let me-
we were
The
we were
wee
talking
one
to
hasn't
Asira.
seen,
God,
she hasn't
we were
seen-
talking
she-
to Asira about the rites for Kelnis, and she was talking to us about the ceremony with the dragonborns and how you have to choose. There's an egg. There has to be an egg hatched, and there's a choosing of the egg. And I was just curious about the ceremony, and I wanted to see it. And I noticed they were guarded, so we came back.
Well, yes, they are guarded. They're a treasure. They are the future of our people.
Yeah, absolutely.
But if you're very curious, you're welcome to join me.
Really?
Absolutely.
Do you really thump the eggs?
No, dear. Please, follow me.
Yes.
She
We
begins
really
to walk
get
down the
to
steps.
We really get to go see the egg.
As she leads you down the pathway and you open up, you hear her kind of have a guttural kind of click to her throat. And you see coming over the nest all of those draconic creatures that scurry up to her. And she kind of bends down and she rubs against the scales, almost as if she's playing with them like pets. Run along now.
Q is gonna ask her, where are these like real scales, or how are these made? They're fascinating.
They are quite fascinating.
Beautiful.
I'd like to use my magical. Sorry, I want to use my magical tinkering to record her making that noise on a coin in my hand.
Go ahead and do it. Just give me a dex throw. It's not like she was doing it for a long period of time, so you would have to have been really quick.
Woo! So add Dex mod.
Yeah.
off the top. 18.
Yeah, I'd say you were able to quickly whip out one of your coins and get a recording.
Whipping out my coins.
As the creatures depart, she kind of looks at you and she says, "It took me a while to get used to them, but as second rate as they are to a true dragon, they do serve their purpose."
Elnis and I encountered one of these a while ago, and she was enamored by them.
I think Kelnis and I would have been friends. They're so pretty.
They are pretty, but they're also very lethal,
Yeah, which is why I didn't want to disturb them.
very smart. But this is where we house our future, our legacy.
Quite fascinating. Is there designated like families that lay the eggs, or sorry, again, this is one of those things that
Fox. That could be sensitive information.
I just asked
Is-
Dragonborn
just-
how
just-
they're
is-
born.
no, I was just asking because there's only 8 eggs, like, so is it like only 8 are
Babies?
allowed? Yeah.
We are blessed to have 8 at this time. However, they are fertilized but in stasis.
Ah,
They require one last component, that piece that comes from the dreadnought himself, to usher in new life. But shall we? And she begins to walk through and kind of put her hands on all the eggs. Which one? At which point I need one of you to roll me a D100. Or I can roll it.
I didn't hear you. It broke up. What happened?
I need a
Someone roll a
D100
D100.
roll. Or I can roll it. It's your choice.
Q. I think Q needs to do this one.
Q should do it.
She's had some hot rolls, so
Don't jinx it.
No, you don't ever say that. What the fuck, man?
I
rolled like 8 ones last week.
flashes of
Dude.
genius.
Like 8 ones. I'm not getting blamed for this one. Mm-mm.
59.
59? Okay. You see her walking forward. And she goes and she touches onto one that you injected. And then she walks past it. And goes to another one, and 2 of her hands go out. And she kind of puts her hands on different sides. And then she walks towards the back. And puts her hand on one that was not injected. She picks up the one in the back and begins to walk forward.
How do you pick the egg? How do you... Oh, this is probably secret. I'm so sorry.
Honestly, dear, I just go with whatever I feel is right.
Gut feeling.
And she begins to walk forward. Now, please, come along.
Okay, but can you tell me...
Walks, well,
Can you tell
we'll
me...
continue to walk along.
But can you tell me more about the
They
machine?
can.
As she begins to walk forward, you hear that clanking noise of the scales as they come up and they see her, and they kind of walk up, and all of the draconic creatures kind of look at the egg as she puts it down, and they just kind of... It's almost like they're sniffing, even though there's no air passing through. And then she makes that noise again, and they scatter.
Wow.
Please, I think your friend's body has sat idle for too long. And she begins to walk you back up to the catacombs below.
I'm going to follow, and as we follow, I'm going to say, thank you for letting us be a part of that.
Quite
Of course.
wonderful. Kellis was special, so I think she would have enjoyed us seeing this. This was very encouraging. Thank you.
I'm pretty sure she would have wanted you to be here. It's not very often that outsiders get to see our birthing rites.
We greatly appreciate it.
Speaking of outsiders, Velasa, may I ask how you procured these fabulous creatures?
actually. We were making a diplomatic and political connection with the North. Something that I have pushed for. However, the other generals have thought we should stay within the confines of the Zaget. Finally, with Dockson's blessing on his deathbed, he thought it wise to build some ranks and defenses against any capital invasions. So the dwarves eagerly provided us some weaponry of their own creation. This one right here, I was told, is one of Whitefang's greatest creations. Or sorry, Whitefrost's greatest creations. I think he was very happy with the trade we made.
May I ask what he received in return?
What every other creature on this rock just thinks that is most valuable. Gold.
That would satisfy Gerard.
You know him.
I know of him, his work.
Interesting. I thought only the dwarves talked to the dwarves. I take it you spent time in the Badoon?
Yes, I have.
He's an honorary dwarf.
Is he now?
Oh, I
Maybe
don't know.
that's why I like you.
No, in a very similar way, my family had a trade with a family in the Badoon. So I've learned.
It's very typical. It's the only way you usually get in to the dwarves is through some kind of trade.
Very, very, very true.
Well, I guess I'll see you below. Please, come to the front when you're ready. You deserve a seat of honor as her companions. And she begins to walk down into the catacombs with the egg.
Was that one cue?
It's okay.
Still a chance it might.
Shh.
Okay.
Just won't talk about it.
Okay, but I have a question.
About
Nothing
what?
about that.
Okay.
About the machines.
We can chat about that later, Finley.
No, it's important.
Oh well, by all means.
Hey guys, how about we maybe have this conversation when there's nobody around? Because Walasa almost caught us, so let's keep walking
Okay.
and be more mindful of people. I
Mhm.
know you're excited, but they can crush us a whole lot easier than we think. Make sure to whisper that last part.
I'm gonna take a knee.
They can crush us.
My journal open for Finley and give her a pencil and write your question down, Finley.
Oh, thanks.
Do you write it in Gnomish? No, I'm joking. You can write it.
I'm gonna write it in Undercommon.
All right,
Do I
what
need
would you
to-
like to do?
Do you want to wait on the body? Do you want to report back to you and
I'm gonna go down to
kill the throne?
the catacombs.
Right.
Why not?
As you head down into the catacombs, there are quite a lot of dragonborn down here. And as you approach, they begin to kind of look at you oddly, and you have to squeeze your way up as you make your way towards the front, where Asira is seated on a stone little pedestal. She kind of looks at you and nods for you to sit next to her. Up ahead, you see the body of Countess Emrich has been stripped of clothing, and laid across her is a black veil. Asira kind of leans over to you, Q. Were you able to get it done? Then I guess it's in the Dreadnought's hands. Today we shall see if we are truly not fit to be part of his conclave.
I'm sorry.
You tried. Let's honor my daughter first.
Let's.
At which point you hear that same noise, that guttural kind of throat singing, begin to echo as hundreds of dragonborn around you begin to resonate that voice, and you hear the kind of harmonics building on top of each other that are echoing in this cave. At first, it's very unnerving, but after a while, it has this kind of ebb and flow, almost like you're inside the chamber of a heart, beating away. And then you see Doxin, the elderly gold scalemaster, lord of the metallic conclave, walk up to the great stone podium and begin to give the last rites. It was through his benevolence that the Dreadnought granted us power and strength to overthrow his adversary and once lover, the Battle Maiden. Since that war, there's been a rift between us and our chromatic brethren. But it has always been the Metallics who have proven strength in honor, duty, and family. Today we lose a part of that family, but we regain it in the birth of another true dragon. Countess Emrich, last of the brass, departed from us in an adventure to save an outsider. Heresy, to turn on her own kind, yet she, through honor, fought for the outsiders. Her mother takes her price, but she regained her honor through combat within the proving pits. As a Zaget Knight, she will die with all honors. Lady Asira has spoken that she wishes to forego her right to speak so that others may speak for her. At this time, if you are a companion of Emrich, please come forward.
Q's going to take a deep breath and stand up and walk forward.
Q, do you want me to come as well?
No. Kelnis was the first person outside of my family to choose me. She stood by me through all of my terrible, impulsive choices and never once made me feel like I was a bad person for making mistakes. She came from this place, only wanting to make it better. She left to make it better. She did everything she could for the Dragonborn. Kelnis is the embodiment of loyalty. She deserves to be remembered, hell, honored in your histories with stories and songs. Fire, ice, thunder, and now dust. I hope to honor her legacy. She walks back to her seat.
Way to go, Q.
Wisdom, you wanna get the next one?
I don't know if I want to follow that.
Finley kind of pats Q's leg.
Are there any others who would wish to speak?
Vox will get up. And he'll just kind of stand up straight and just say, "Our dear friend Kelmus was braver than any warrior I've ever seen, even battling horrors that were far beyond what most people would think to ever see. She bravely chose to delve deep. We're all alive because she chose bravery. I just want to thank all Dragonborn for their courage. Flows through every one of y'all's veins. And Kelmus was a perfect example of that." And Vox is going to minor illusion. One example of one of the oh boy, mind flayers, not the one that attacked her, but one of the ones that she attacked, and just minor illusion her, boom, like, you know, like just like crunching one right in the head, and then just make it disappear and just say, "Her bravery is so wonderful. Thank you." And he's going to give out a big yell. Step down and like quietly sit down.
Maximum effort. Raysham's got to get up.
Deep breath.
I would be truly remiss if I did not do Kelnis and her people proud by saying something in this last moment I have with her. Kelnis Emmerich was the most courageous dragonborn I've ever had the pleasure of calling a friend. The first time I met her, it was her coming to my aid and helping me in a less than dire situation, but the last moment I had with her was her battling overwhelming odds to the very bitter end, defending us. And she will not be forgotten for those actions. Asira, thank you for bringing such a beautiful light into this world. I'm only sorry I was not able to keep it from being snuffed out early.
At which point, Doxson signals over, and Yalwyn steps forward and pulls out a long, curved dagger and walks over to the body. She pulls up from the leg, the veil, and she begins to cut out 3 of the brass scales. And then she walks over. She hands 1 brass scale to Q, 1 brass scale to Raystrom, and 1 brass scale goes to the mother, Asira. At which point they cover the body again, and Velasa walks up with the egg and sets the egg on top of her stomach. Doxson begins to slowly kind of shake. You see his body getting weak as he begins to kind of fall back and catches himself, and then reaches for his chair, crawling over and sits down, takes a breath and nods. And Asira, fighting back emotion, walks up one of the flights of stairs that leads to the 2nd level. What you may have missed coming in is in the structure of the stone undergroft, in the dark recesses of the stone, there are actual dragon heads that stick out in different angles, all pointing with their mouths open at this stone bed where the body lays. Asira takes one, Velasa takes another, Yawin goes to a third, and then you see two chromatic dragonborn that walk up and stand at the others. One is your friend Tegan. The other you have not met. At which point, the noise begins to reverberate again. And you see all 5 dragons take in their breath, and they release their breath weapon into the stone kind of carved out notches as they hit into the back of these large draconic heads. The eyes themselves begin to glow red, green, black, blue, white. And then the mouths themselves begin to erupt out the same breath attack. And as all 5 hit the body of Countess Imrish at the same time, you can see only with a blast of light, you kind of have to peer through to kind of get a glance. And you see immediately the veil is just torn in half and is incinerated as the body itself begins to melt away into the stone below. After a few seconds, the flames, the lightning, the acid, all dies away. And sitting on this cold, ice-encrusted stone tablet table is a crying infant dragon. I need one more roll of a D100. Who's going to take it?
I'm going.
I was gonna say Cat or Vic.
Actually, it should be Vic.
I agree.
Okay, which ones do I roll?
Your percentile and your D10.
Okay. 59.
Okay.
Not even kidding.
Y'all really wanted it to be that dragon. Okay. As Doxin finally gathers his strength and begins to walk forward, Velasa puts her hand on him and kind of pushes him down with a fairly good amount of force and kind of looks at him and shakes her head. And then she stands up and she walks down the steps towards the table. And she begins to pull away parts of the remaining life form that it's just that goo and visceral inside of the egg, and cleans off. And you see the tail begin to curl and flip uncontrollably as she holds up this small metallic copper dragonborn creature. And you see this large grin creep across her face. And then she holds it up. Today strikes a new day for the Metallic Conclave. What was once is no more, and ne'er shall be again. And you hear everybody in the crowd. What was once is no more, and ne'er shall be e'er again. And that's where we're going to take our break. So, having seen Velasa raise up a copper baby true dragonborn, you hear the crowd begin to stand and cheer as they start chanting Velasa's name over and over and over again. You see Yawin quickly scowl and turn and begins to walk out to a door off the left-hand side, and you see 60 or so of the bronze dragonborn following behind her. As you look to your side, Asira has already gotten up, and she's walking out the back door. And you see behind her a handful of brass dragonborn, until the whole hall is just copper dragonborn and the rest of you. What would you like to do?
Should we go? Do we stay?
Get to her mother.
I feel like we should go. I want to see what happens.
I want to see what happens too.
Right. As you wait, Velosa takes the baby and begins to walk it forward to one of the dragonborn mothers, and she hands it over to them, and they cradle the baby, and they begin to walk out into a different room. Velosa walks over and puts her hand on Doxon's shoulder in the chair, and then kind of puts her forehead down, and they kind of touch foreheads. And just like you saw before, she leans in and kisses his cheek. And then she walks out of the room, and Doxon stays in the chair. Eventually, the rest of the Dragonborn begin to exit.
Can I go up to Doxon? And I'm going to go up to him and say, can I help you get where you need to go? Are you staying here? Do you need some help?
You see a puzzled look on his face as he kind of stares forward, but does not move.
Are you all right? I tap his knee.
You tap on his knee, and it shifts over, and his body slumps and falls over to your side as he crumbles over on the side of the arm of the chair, and then topples to the ground.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. It wasn't me. Is he alive? What happened?
Finley, move back.
Okay.
Is there anybody else in the room?
They're leaving in the room right now, but no one seems to be coming to you.
I think we should just follow the rest of them out.
I can't just leave him?
Sure.
Can I check to see if he's alive?
Right. Roll me a medicine check. I imagine you hum that as you're like scoping the body.
Oh shit, 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 oh shit. It wasn't me, it wasn't me, it wasn't me. 3.
3.
It wasn't me, I promise.
It could have been you.
You're checking his pulse with a knife.
The Dragonborns have knees?
Where does it?
Where does it hurt? Where does it hurt?
Are there knees? Their Achilles tendon? What did I
Stop
do?
touching it. Stop touching him.
You check.
I think we should just go.
We can just leave him.
Vox will do a quick check.
All I did was tap his knee. I just wanted to make sure he was okay.
14.
14.
Mm-hmm.
The body is dead,
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
and there is a growing discoloration around the gum line.
What color is he turning?
Black.
We don't say anything. We need to go. Let's find Kay's mom.
We need to go.
Okay, let's go. I have a question. I have another question.
Okay, can you wait until there's nobody around us?
It's pretty empty right now.
Okay. Yes.
Let's go.
Oh, I thought you had a question.
For Kellis's mom.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, be more specific next time.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah, so we go to Asira.
Right. As you begin to make your way out, you pass through the crowds now gathering and going into the domiciles where the metallics are, and you see this long train of copper dragonborn falling out that direction. You turn around and go into the antiquary itself, and as you walk in, you see Asira frantically throwing together things into bags as she is quickly packing up whatever she can get her hands on.
Are you in danger?
Yes, we're all in danger. We've got to go. We've got to get her now.
Okay, I just have a quick question. When a Dragonborn big leader, gold leader dies, do they unturn gold? Like, do they go back to their regular color? Because you said they tint their scales.
What are you talking about?
Okay, when the
We found the gold
Dragonborn,
one dead.
Yes. Okay, but when they die...
She pushes you to the side and starts grabbing more stuff. She's like, you think that she would at least wait a day, possibly get at least a little bit of comfort for my child's funeral before she does this? And then she grabs the bag. I'm leaving now. You're coming with me or you're not. But either way, you need to get out of here.
Okay,
We're coming.
I'm coming with you. But when
But we don't have time.
Well, can I ask you while we run?
Fox is just going to be helping him grab stuff.
What else can we carry? Okay, so when the gold one dies, do they go back to their ungold color? Like
No,
whatever.
they don't. Somebody killed Doxin. He's dead. It had to have been Velasa.
He wasn't
Let's
supposed
go.
to die. Okay, let's go. He wasn't supposed to die? That's not part of the rites?
She takes a bag and she throws it at you. And then heads out the door.
Come along,
Okay,
Finley.
Okay.
As she gets out, she immediately starts scanning the area. And then she tries to sneak off to that left path that you walk down to get to the pits.
I'm following her.
All right, roll a stealth check if you're going after her.
20, not nat.
13.
19.
Right. You follow behind as she's quickly picking up pace and moving down, going into the proving pits itself. As she gets closer to that tunnel, she kind of slows down and begins to creep along the wall. We need to get one of the eggs. Do you remember which ones you injected?
Yeah.
We need to get at least one.
Okay.
Okay. Wait, hold on. Raystrom, is there any chance you can make me invisible again?
No, let's just walk down there and grab them.
But the dragons, the
guards.
metal dragons.
Are any of them around?
Well, I think that's their job, is to guard the eggs.
We need to make a choice now.
Make her invisible.
I need one of those eggs. Either you're helping me or you're not, but we need to get at least one.
We're helping
would
you.
be great.
We're helping you.
I'm gonna put my hand on Q's shoulder and turn her invisible.
All right, Q goes invisible.
I go in and I grab all 3 of the eggs that I injected.
You would not be able to carry all 3 eggs.
Okay, then just one.
All right, you're going in to grab one?
Yeah.
All right, she's walking in with you. Go ahead and roll a stealth check. You have advantage on it.
30.
Right. She gets close to the edge and kind of sees, and y'all both peek up as you begin to go over, and she kind of waits. You see those creatures begin to move and shift, and you get all the way over and run up to one of the eggs.
I get it.
All right. You pick up the egg. I need you to roll for initiative, as you have just lifted an egg up, and as soon as the egg rises up in the air, all of them hop up and they begin looking around. Roll for initiative. Everybody roll for initiative if you could for me.
Q, you better be hollering for us.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and get our initiative order, but I need to add in one more person. Oh. All right, let's go top of the order. Q, what'd you get?
15.
That'll take us to Finley,
8.
then Raystrom,
15.
and Voxel.
Unnatural 20.
All right, let's see what they're doing. Ooh, these are crappy rolls.
Yes.
Oh my god, they are real crappy. Alrighty. Let's start at the top of the order. That's going to take us to... Oh, that'll be Voxel. You're leading off.
Let's see. I'm going to use Blade Ward,
There.
and that'll that'll do it for me right now.
All right, so you're hanging back and use Blade Ward.
Mhm.
All right, up next, it's gonna be Q.
Was I able to pick up the egg though? Like, do I have it?
Yeah, you have the egg.
Okay. How big is it, like, in my hand on my person?
For you, you're gonna have it in one arm, but it's something where you can carry. It's like a giant football. You're carrying
Okay.
a full-on
It's like
baby.
taking all the groceries in one trip.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you're gonna carry it, you can't attack.
Okay. I'm going to use my bonus action to dash back to where Kelnis's mom was.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You have a 30 movement speed, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's as far as you get with the egg.
Okay.
Anything else?
Am I still invisible?
You are.
Okay. Then that will be my turn, and I'm gonna try to as I'm invisible, I'm gonna try to conceal the egg in the cloak that I have.
Okay, that's gonna take us to Raystrom.
I'm gonna move up next to Asira, or as close as I can get.
Okay.
And I'm going to ready an action of having my coin replay Velas's clicking sound if any of those dragon machines get close to us.
Okay. So you ready your coin? That's going to take us to the first dragon. First dragon that moves. Going to be the black. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20 as he chases the egg. He'll get in range. It'll be a disadvantage attack, but he's going to make attack at Q. Let's use a die that's actually working for me today.
No.
Yes. All right. He gets 2 attacks, and it's going to be a bite and a tail attack. First one with the bite. That is going to be a 20 to hit.
Yeah.
Is that not close enough to trigger my action? I readied.
No, because you said to get close to you and the mom. You can't have 2 ranges.
Okay.
That was a 20 at disadvantage?
Oh, no, it's at disadvantage. Thank you for reminding me. So no.
Oh, I was like, man.
The 12 at disadvantage.
That's a
not
good
hit.
die.
All right. Second attack. This will be at disadvantage with the tail. That one is a 18 to hit.
Yeah.
All right. That's only going to be 1d8 damage, though. I lied. 1d6 damage. Let's be nice to you. That is going to be 5 points of bludgeoning damage. However, you are now visible.
Okay.
All right. It's going to take us to the blue. Who's going to rush up seeing you? 5, 10, 15, 20. She's right there. He is going to make his 2 attacks as well. First one is going to be a 19 to hit.
Yeah.
As he reaches out and bites you for 5 points of piercing damage. And then swings his tail, and the tail is a miss. Red one's going to get to go. As it runs up 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. It's going to use his dash. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Get it there. That's going to be its turn. Next one is going to be Finley.
Okay, I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark on the black dragon.
You currently cannot see the black dragon because it's on the other side of this rubble.
Okay.
So right now you can see your 2 friends hiding up behind the rubble a little bit, and you see this red dragon coming around the corner.
Okay, I'm going to, okay. I'm gonna use my full movement to get up to where Raystrom and Asira are.
25 is your movement, right?
Mm-hmm.
That'll get you there.
Would I be able to see the blue dragon now?
Yes, you would.
Okay, I want to cast my Hunter's Mark on Hunter's Mark at first level on the blue dragon as
Okay.
my bonus action, and then I want to try and shoot at it with my longbow.
Go for it.
Natural 20.
All right, that will hit.
Okay, that means I double my die, right?
Yes.
Double both or just
Yep.
the one?
Any die, double it.
Uh, 25 damage.
25. Dang. All right, yeah. You shoot off an arrow, and it just jams right into a gear, and you see one of the legs kind of hitch up, and it kind of spasms for a moment before it kicks the shaft and breaks it in half. But you did some serious internal damage.
All right, I'm going for that one again because
Second attack.
Oh, not so lucky. I got too excited. 10 to hit.
That is not going to hit, as the second arrow flies too high and goes off into the nest behind it.
Okay. That's all I got.
All right. The white one's going to take off. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. It's going to flip further. Get there. It's going to take us to the green. Just going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 and get there. That's all it can do. And that's going to take us back to the beginning. So we're back at Voxel.
Does the Sierra not go?
Yeah.
Oh,
Does
I
Sierra
forgot.
have to?
Yeah. Sorry. She rolled even with the lower one. All right. She's going to actually run in to catch this one off. All
Just
right.
don't tee on it.
Nope. She's going to go into a rage, at which point you're going to see this burst of flame come out around her.
Don't get too close.
Hold on. I have the wrong person up, so give me a second.
That's what distracts Finley.
Oh, I didn't think I was going to actually get to use a Sierra ever.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I know. Alrighty, here we go. Okay, first attack. That is going to hit. Doing 7, 8, 12 points of bludgeoning damage. Second one is not going to hit. So the fire erupts and she hits with this giant morning star and just slams into it, and then goes for the second attack and it whips its head under and she misses it.
How much damage did it take from her storm aura?
No, that's with the storm aura.
Okay.
So 12 total.
Double checking.
All right, that takes us to Voxel.
Voxel is going to lob a Eldritch Blast at the red dragon.
All right, go
Off
for it.
to his left. All right. It's a 14 to hit.
14 will hit.
Yeah, buddy. All right. That is 8 damage, and it will blast it back 10 feet.
All right.
And that will conclude my turn.
All right, that's going to take us to Raystrom.
Q.
Cute.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Q. Sorry.
Are you sure? I thought Raystrom was before me.
No, it is. It is.
No,
It's Q and then Raystrom.
we tied, but you had the higher dex.
Oh. Okay. Q is going to use her bonus action to disengage and move back towards the rubble and a little bit farther towards Raystrom, sorry. And try to set down the egg kind of around the back of the rubble.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I can get you there.
Okay. That's all my movement?
That would be about your movement, yeah.
Okay. I use my bonus action to disengage. And for my action, I am going to Oh, I guess was my action to put down the egg?
No, I'll say, well, no, because you're not dropping it. So yeah, I would say you're carefully setting this egg down, unless you want to drop it.
No, I don't want to drop it.
Yeah, so I would say yeah.
Okay. Then that will be my turn.
All right, that's going to take us to the black.
Right.
Race room.
Oh, sorry, race room. I keep double clicking. Go ahead.
I'm gonna move up in front of Q, and I'm going to use my action to make the coin make Velocis sound, and fingers crossed, hopefully disperse these beasts.
All right, I want you to go ahead and make a deception check.
Oh, deception. Ooh, this is gonna be. I'm just gonna go ahead and flash a genius this without even rolling. I'm gonna look menacing as I roll this dice. Whew, 16.
16. All right, so two of them, the green and the black, don't seem phased. The blue one does kind of like not run, but it gives a hesitation as it tries to figure out what's happening. As you kind of rush forward and throw this coin, look like straight in its face, and it makes the noise, it kind of backs up. I'll say that for the way this will play, the blue one will lose one turn, where it's almost kind of stunned but not stunned. It's just gonna chill out for a moment, waiting to see what happens. But the green and the black will still take theirs.
And with my bonus action, I'm going to cast Sanctuary upon myself. And that is my turn.
All right. The black one is going to run in and attempt to attack you. It's going to try to get through Sanctuary first, because I've learned my lesson. It does not get through on the first attack, so its tail tries to go. It's going to get its second. It does not get through either. It just doesn't quite understand. That coin threw it for a second. The blue one stands and looks at you, doesn't know what to do. However, the red one is going to rush around 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and start heading towards Finley. And that's going to take us to Finley.
Okay, I'm going to use my movement to move 25 towards Asira, but still kind of hanging back.
Okay. I can get you there as 25. Or I can get you there.
Take that spot. All right. And then I'm going to shoot for that blue one again that's got my hunter's mark.
Go for it.
Hopefully. 14 to hit.
14 will hit.
Ooh, 14 damage.
Nice.
Another 14.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna go-
it's slowing down its stance. It's real looking unable to kind of calibrate and stand on its hind legs.
I'm going to go for it again. 17 to hit.
Oh yeah.
Aw, man. 8 damage.
8 more damage. Woo!
And then I'm going to yell out, Q, they're all away from the eggs. Can you get another one? Save the babies.
Abort the babies.
Abort the no. Now we have to have a
Don't abort
content
the
warning.
babies. Don't abort the babies.
Now we definitely have to have a content warning.
For abortion? It's healthcare.
Oh my gosh. Moving on.
Just put
Anything else
that
you want?
episode in this.
All right,
Click
the
here.
white one's going to take off. And it's going to begin running 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. It'll get there. It starts making its way towards Vox. And then the green one, which is in range, is going to make its attacks at Asira. So first one, I do believe will hit. Yep. As it bites into her, doing 8 damage. Reduced to 4. Girl, I got it. This is my character.
I'm just so excited.
She not your mom. She not your mom.
She's not.
Second
Not her
one.
mom.
Bailey only wishes it was her mom.
Second one is a natural 1 as the tail swings and she kind of jumps over it and she makes her 2 attacks against it. First one is a miss. Second one with the Morning Star is a miss, but she's going to erupt and use her... Oh, she's not going to use her bonus because Finley... Yeah, Finley's in range, so no eruption. And that's the end of her turn. That's going to take us back to the top. Voxel.
Vox is going to run up 5 and over to the left 1.
So like here?
Yeah, right there.
Okay.
And lob a Eldritch Blast at the red one again.
Go for it.
That is it's 10.
Unfortunately, that one goes into the rubble below, causing a small little rock slide.
Oh boy. And that will conclude my turn. Oh boy.
All right, Q.
So Q wants to kind of like hop on the rubble and then hop off the rubble to be on the other side of the dragon.
Okay. So you want to hop on and then climb over to hop to the side?
No.
Or, okay.
On the same side, right there.
Okay, do an acrobatics check for me.
Yes, sir. 21.
Oh yeah, easily. You kind of jump and nimbly scamper across some rocks and you're able to get over.
Okay. And I'm going at him. Oh, I believe that will hit 25.
Oh yeah. Roll that sneak attack damage.
$24 damage.
Ooh. All right.
And how much movement did that cause? Was that like
That was 10.
Okay,
So
I'm
15
gonna-
plus the 5.
I'm gonna go ahead and disengage and move 10 back. Right there.
Got it. All right, that's going to take us to Raystrom.
I'm gonna use my coin again to make the sound.
All right, go ahead. This one would be at disadvantage because they've already heard it once.
All right. I will go ahead and flash of genius myself. Vlasa. Whew. That's an 8.
Yeah, they don't seem to be intimidated by this coin anymore.
Bonus action. Would I see the red dragon from where I'm at?
You would not.
Okay, that's my turn.
All right, the black one is going to attack at you, Raystrom. It's going to try the first one. That one's not getting through. Goes for its tail swipe. That one is also not getting through. It was a 1 and a 2 on the die.
I mean, that was
Ugh.
my roll.
Telling you this. Okay, that one's gone. I was so nice, and I put away all the ones that killed, Kelnis.
Like
They're
all
coming
your
back out.
dice.
They're coming back out.
Oh man, why are they covered in blood?
All right, that's going to take us to the blue one, who is going to rush towards Q. And it's going to make its first attack at Q. That is a miss. Second attack with the tail. Oh, a 3 and a 3. Ugh. Don't laugh. Not funny.
Right here.
I'll mute
And-
myself next time.
That takes us to the red one, which will make its way towards Vox.
Yeah.
Same thing. First one against Vox. That is a natural 20 on the die.
That's gonna hit there.
Oh.
All right, so as it goes to bite, it bites in deep. Oh, come on, a 1 on the die. So that's
Yeah.
5 points of piercing damage,
All right.
of critical piercing damage.
We need a picture of this, all the dice you're throwing away later.
And the next one, I think that's going to miss. It's a 12.
Yeah, that misses.
All right. As it gets one strong bite into you, and then it can't get anything else. That takes us to Finley.
Ah!
Okay, I'm going to shoot another arrow at that blue one with my hunter's mark.
Okay.
15 to hit.
That will hit.
Get him, get him, get him.
9 damage.
As you send one in, it hits right in the back. So as this one goes and tries to attack at the feet of Q, you slam right into the back, right between where the metallic wings expand, and you see the spark of energy explode from the inside as it falls down, and you see the blue light begin to fade away.
Okay. Okay. That one's down, so I'm going to aim my... I'm going to try... That green one's right there. I'm going to go for the green one.
Okay.
23 to hit.
23 will hit.
Oh, 8 damage.
All right.
And I'm going to use my movement to just back up like 10 feet.
Got it.
And that's my turn.
Sounds good. That's going to take us to the white and the green. The white one is going to run up, get right in with Voxel. Bite attack. That is a 24 to hit.
Oh. Yeah, that's
Doing
gonna hit.
5 points of piercing damage. And then its tail swings. That is a 14.
That hits.
Doing 8 points of bludgeoning damage. Up next is going to be the green, which is going to go at Asira. First one is going to hit, doing 7 points reduced to 3. Second one is a natural 1 and is not going to hit, but she will take a little bit of damage. It is her turn. She's going to swing back on this creature. Except you move, so she's going to use her eruption. Ooh! First attack is a natural 20 on the die.
Get it.
Ellis will be proud.
Yeah,
4, 5, 6, 7.
Like mother, like daughter.
That is 15 points of damage total. Onto the green. Second attack is not as good. That one's going to miss. 15's not too bad. That is the end of her turn. That takes us back to the top. So back to Voxel.
Vox is going to use his action to disengage and then run 6 or 30 feet. So yeah, he's going to try to run close to Finley. Yeah, right there.
Get you there.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
And that'll conclude.
Right, Q.
Q is going to step 10 forward and hit the one that Raystrom is, or that has been attacking Raystrom.
Okay.
Or trying to. 24?
24 will hit.
$22 damage.
Ooh.
There we go.
Yeah, this one is stammering, trying to figure out who to turn to attack.
And Q is actually going to stay there this turn.
All right, Raystrom.
I'm going to what to do? I didn't think that would be off the battlefield. I'm going to let's see what's the radius on that. Can you show me a 20-foot cube, please?
20-foot cube?
Yes.
20-foot radius cube? 20-foot diameter cube?
It just says 20-foot cube.
about that. Oh, sorry, I put the wrong shape, but that's the idea. 20
Okay,
feet.
so if I cast Fairy Fire, I can hit green and black.
If you cast Fairy Fire, could you hit green and black? Yes, you could.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire.
Okay.
Hey,
So it's a Dex 15 save.
Yeah, so you're right there. Both of them are going to succeed. Those 2 13s, and they get a plus. Yeah, they get through.
That's my turn.
All right. That's going to take us to their turn. Starting with the black. The black one is going to race up.
That's white.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh,
Oh,
because
yeah.
this is sea color.
I don't see color. Don't matter if it's black or white. All right.
I was gonna make that, and I was like, I'm gonna.
It's going to do the bite to Q. It's going to do the tail swipe to Raystrom. So starting with the bite first. That is going to be a miss on the die. It's going to try to get through your sanctuary. It will get through the sanctuary this time, and it's going to attack with its tail. That is a 16 to hit.
That's a miss.
Ooh, it hits right into your arm and just goes dunk.
Love that sound.
The red one is going to get up to Finley,
No.
and it's going to make its attack. First one, the bite, has a 20 to hit.
Which will hit, but I'm also going to use my reaction after it attacks me.
Oh, well, let's hold off until you take some damage, huh?
Giant killer.
Oh, I forgot about. So this is 6. This is 6 points of piercing damage as it bites into you.
Ouch!
And yes, you are a gnome, and you took the ranger archetype that gives you giant killer. So any creature that is bigger than you, you're allowed to get a free attack against if they hit you.
Hey.
And since you're a gnome, it's pretty much every creature.
There was some thinking in there.
Did you plan?
I planned. Okay, but that means
So you just get an attack. Since you have your bow out, it would be a disadvantage attack.
okay. 18.
At disadvantage?
Yep.
Get it, girl. Throw some damage.
Aw, man. 6 damage.
6 damage on a reaction, you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as it runs up to you and it bites into you, and as it's biting down, you release an arrow straight into its chest, and it releases, but it swings wildly with its tail, and it's going to try to hit you again.
Asshole.
However, you duck underneath it, and you prepare your next shot.
Because it's my turn.
It is your turn.
That's beautiful. Okay, I'm going to... Oh, dag nabbit, he's right on top of me. Okay, I want to... I guess I will take the opportunity attack. I want to take my movement to back up next to Vox.
Just right there.
And I'm going to use my bonus action to move my hunter's mark to the red dragon.
Okay. It attempts to bite you. That is going to be a miss.
Okay. And I'm going at it with my bow. 12 to hit.
12, unfortunately, is a miss as well.
I'm going to try again. 14 to hit.
14 will hit.
Ooh, 12 damage.
Nicely done.
And I think Can I? Oh, this is going to be difficult. I only used 5 of my movement. Can I hop up on the rubble behind Vox?
Yes, you can. Either do an acrobatics if you're trying to jump up there, or you can do an athletics check if you're trying to climb up there.
I'll do an acrobatics check and see what happens.
Let's go for it.
I may fall down. Oh, crap on a cracker. It's cocked on the carpet.
I'll let you reroll that.
Thank you. Ooh,
Hawked on the carpet.
22.
22, yeah, you're able to get there. So that was 5 to get there, 10, 20, 25. That would get you right up on top of that one.
That's exactly where I want to be. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's my turn.
Awesome. It is now the white and the green's turn. So for the white one, it's going to move up. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. It's going to get on Asira. And the green one, oh, they're both on Asira. So let's get 4 attacks on Asira.
Misses.
Misses. First one is a hit. Second one is a natural 20. Let's go ahead and roll the other ones as well. Third one is a hit. Fourth one is a... Oh, hold on. Forgot she's not... Oh, it's a hit. They're all hits. So the first one, 5. Second one, crit damage. 6, 7, 8, 9, 12 total. Third one, 23 total. Fourth one, that's 28 total, reduced to 14. Don't you miss being a barbarian? It's going to be her turn as she's going to do her eruption. So both are going to get it. Ooh. And she's going to do 1 attack on each. First one is a miss. The white one is a hit. So she's going to do 8 to the white and 5 to the green. And that will take us back to the top. Voxel.
Voxel is going to lob a Eldritch Blast at the red one. That is it's a 9 to hit.
Unfortunately, that is a miss.
You will move 1 over to the left as well. And yeah, that'll be it.
All right, that's going to take us to Q.
So Q is going to use her bonus action to disengage the black dragon and is going to run on the other side of the green dragon. There. And is going to attack that one.
Okay, go for it.
Uh, 20, not nat.
That'll do.
$23 damage.
23 damage. As you run past this black one that seems to be focused on Raystrom, you go straight over, seeing Asira just going mad at these 2 creatures, and you kind of plunge in with your rapier and stab and send another one convulsing down to the ground.
Okay. And that's my turn.
All right, it takes us to Raystrom.
Which one just disappeared? Okay. That's black, white, red. I'm going to cast Fairy Fire, where I think it should hit white and red easily.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll cast Fairy Fire right there.
You want it right there?
Yes, that looks good.
Okay. All right. First one is a success, so that's the white. Second one is a fail. The red is fairy fired. So attacks on it have advantage.
And bonus action. Yeah, best action. Yeah, that's my turn.
Alrighty, that's going to take us to the black and the red. Black one's going to make an attack against Raystrom. First one, it's going to... we looked at your sanctuary again.
Uh-huh.
Correct?
Yes.
What did we decide it was? Do you remember?
Well, I haven't...
At the very bottom, it has a statement that
I haven't
says...
attacked. So yes, I cast a spell that affected a creature.
Okay, so then it's gone.
Yeah.
All right. That's going to be a 23 to hit.
That will be... Oh, come on, slide. Yes, that hits.
All right, that's 11 points of piercing damage. The next one is going to be a miss. Takes us to the red, which is going to rush forward. And it's going to make an attack at Vox and an attack at Finley. First attack coming at Vox. This is the bite. That is going to be a miss. Second attack, Finley, the tail.
I'll use my reaction.
That is a 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, and my reaction,
Yep.
because all attacks are at advantage on the red one, but I'm so close that
just
it's at
normal.
disadvantage. Okay.
So a normal attack.
18.
That'll hit.
Hey.
And my whatchamacallit is on. Oh, thank goodness. Hunter's mark. 5 points of damage.
Ooh.
5 points of damage. All right, that's the end of their turn. That's going to take us to Finley.
Okay. I want to... Okay, I'm going to... Oh, but that's my action.
Yeah, true.
If I want to swap weapons, that is my action, right?
What are you swapping into your...
I'm gonna... No, never mind. I'm going to attempt with my movement to move further backwards on the crumbly rocky slope.
Yeah. So just for future reference, so you know, it's going to depend on what you're switching for me. So since you're holding a bow and an arrow, you don't have the arrow yet. You're just holding the bow in one hand. And that's usually in your non-dominant hand.
Okay.
So you could grab a weapon and be ready to fight. You just...
And have it not be my action or have it be my action?
No, that would not be your action. If you had to do something where like you had to put something up to grab something to
Something
fight,
else.
then I would say it's your action. But if you're doing something that's one-handed, then no, you're fine.
But if I want to switch back to my bow, I gotta put my weapon away.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna stay with my bow and I'm going to try to back up. I know it'll give him an opportunity attack.
Okay, how far do you want to back up?
Let me try 10 feet.
All right. Comes in with the bite.
Okay.
That is a 16.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Right, that is 7 points of piercing damage.
Okay. And from where I'm at, I'm gonna try and hit him with my bow twice.
Right, go for it.
16 to hit.
Yep.
Is it still at advantage? For fairy fire?
It is at advantage, yep.
Thank you.
Thank you, Q.
16 still.
Thank you.
Okay. 14 damage on the first one.
Alright.
Okay, hopefully we're gonna get it again.
Not that.
Ooh, 24
That will hit.
to hit.
Get him, get him.
10 damage.
10 damage. Alright, so on this one, you kind of jump back, it bites into you, and you feel the pain surge across your leg as you kind of ready 2 arrows at the same time, and as you jump back, you release, and they both jam right into the eye sockets, and it spasms down and topples off of one of the stones. It's down.
Ooh.
I have movement left? Do I have movement left?
Yes, you do.
Can I move to the left with the rest of my movement?
10, 15, 20, 25 will get you there.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, that's going to take us to the white, which is going to continue to go at Asira. First one is going to be a hit. Second one is also going to be a hit. 2, 3, 4, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's 13 damage reduced to 6. Asira is going to strike back. That is going to be a hit and a miss with the fire. I should not do a fire because Vox is in range. She will do 8 points of damage. That will take us back to the top. Voxel.
Vox is going to use Toll the Dead on the white dragon.
Okay. I
That's a
think it's
saving
gonna.
throw.
I think it's gonna fail.
All right, cool. And it's already taken damage before, so that'll be 2d12. 4, 7 damage.
7 damage to the white.
And maybe move over like 2 spaces to the left. Oh yeah, perfect.
Alrighty. That'll take us to Q.
So Q is going to run towards Asira and hop over the egg if she has to get on the other side of the dragon.
Yeah, you can get there.
Okay. And she's going to try to hit it.
You're gonna hit the egg?
No, the dragon. The dragon.
It's not breakfast yet.
Oh,
That's gonna hit 25.
Yeah.
And Q is also going to use her martial adept to use maneuvering. What's it called? Maneuvering attack, so that Asira can move away without provoking an opportunity attack
Okay.
if she wants to. Okay.
Math.
You're
36 damage.
oh,
36 damage, and all you had to do was count to 6. So, oh no, this is, no, I lied. I'm looking at the wrong one. That was to the white one?
oh.
Yeah, the white one.
Spoiler alert, I know how much I have to hit the black one for.
If you could hit it. We said 36 for the white. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Yeah,
Baseball bat
you knock
with
him
a
out too.
stance.
As you do that, and she gets to immediately start to run.
She can if she wants to, yes.
20, 25, and go straight over to this one to flank it. All right, that's your turn. Raystrom, let's see if you got it in you.
Raystro's gonna pull out his Days of Cain dagger.
I'm pretty sure Kelnis asked for that back. We just got distracted.
That would be a 21 to hit,
Yeah.
doing 5 damage.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you did 5 damage.
Woo.
It's not looking too good.
That didn't kill it.
Nope.
Ooh. And try and stab it again with the dagger. 12.
That was a miss. How did you mess that up?
How could you? He was right in front of you.
And
You
he's
had
so big.
one job, and he's gonna make his attacks against you.
Oh, it's
Did you-
Mulan.
All right, as he goes to bite you, Raystrom, that is a 23 to hit,
That'll hit.
doing 9 points of piercing damage. Second one is the tail. That is going to be a miss, which would take us to Finley.
All right. I'm using my bonus action to move my hunter's mark to the black one.
All right, Finley, you only need one shot.
One
This is-
opportunity.
Yeah. Do not throw
Sees
away your
everything
shot.
you ever wanted.
Don't bring a dude it.
Don't bring a dude.
Really shrewded that one. Oh shoot! So my first attack missed. A second attack, 14 to hit.
14 is exactly what you need to hit it. Roll your damage for fun anyway, but then just tell me how it's going to happen.
11 damage. So I am just swiveling from dragon to dragon, and I just let fly, and it hits it in the ear. And just,
So you grab and you just like shot to pull back and you get ready for the next one. As you're aiming up, you see it, the black one kind of rip up and its mouth and jaws just latch on to Rachel for a moment, who gives us off this nasty shriek, and then the tail sweeps and he just barely jumps out of the way, and as the tail sweeps around, Asira catches the tail and lifts up the creature, and that's when you see your moment and you just release and it goes straight into the side of the ear, and you see the whole creature fall over and she just drops it to the ground.
Fox is going to yell to Finley and say, "Get another one."
another egg? I can't carry those things.
Which ones did you inject?
And I go and I show her the other two that I injected.
So this one over here you didn't touch.
The one that I brought out, yes.
Did you touch this one?
I don't know which one.
She's pointing at the ones that you've clearly avoided.
No, I didn't.
And then she kicks into those two. Everybody grab an egg. You, little one,
Yes.
you're good with that bow. Lead the way. Make sure that we're not followed. Make sure that nobody is in front of us to stop us. Grab an egg and go.
Okay.
I feel very weary about this decision.
As she picks up one of the eggs and begins to run off into the westerly direction.
I'll
Fox
run a
is
little
going to
bit
use
in front of her.
disguise self to look like one of the other brass dragonborn running alongside.
Okay, so you're turning to brass?
Oh, that's Kelmus's family, correct? His birth. Yeah, so yeah, he's going to just try to look like one of.
Okay, so you turned into a brass dragonborn and begin going?
Yeah, grab the egg and then just going to try to like stick close with the group.
Raystrom, what are you doing?
Is there any eggs that need to be picked up?
There's one more egg.
I'm going to use an action to activate some runes for my magic armor. And I'll pick up an egg, the other one Q said, and start running.
Okay. As you begin darting off, I need Finley. If you're going to lead, I need you to roll a perception check as you run.
5.
5. You just keep running and the walls are too high, but you have your bow out and you're just making tracks and moving. Everybody is slowly trotting behind you carrying these eggs.
Can I cast a spell?
You can do whatever you want.
I would like to cast Pass Without a Trace.
Thank you. That's better.
No, not that one.
No.
And I'm going to cast it on all of us. So that means, and including me, everybody has +10 bonus to dexterity or stealth checks.
Yeah.
And they can't be tracked except by magical means.
You kind of stop and you gather everybody around and you kind of mutter your words and then you release the spell. And for a moment, you all feel lighter on your feet. Are y'all sneaking or are y'all running?
Well, I think we should run.
Okay, keep in mind that means that yours Pass Without a Trace is not going to work because you're not trying to sneak and stealth.
Oh, then yes.
So then we'll sneak.
I'm going at Asira's speed.
Well,
Yeah.
Finley's the one who was leading and Finley stopped, so Asira is
okay.
slowly stopping.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to sneak out.
Okay.
All right, I can get us to the western gate, but getting through, that's a whole nother issue. So everybody roll a stealth check. Added, or not at advantage, but add 10 to your roll.
20, not nat.
15.
30.
35.
Like the wind. She's like the wind, and y'all just take slowly off with the eggs. You hug around one of the corners as the walls begin to lower down, and you see one of the standing gates. This one made of wood, but it does not have the strong stone pillars on the side. There are a few archers up on the guard post that are looking towards the outside area that leads to the west, and then the gate itself is open. On the sides of it, there is a small drop-off that it's possible that you could go without going down the gate. But what's on the other side, you're not sure. What are y'all doing?
We're following Finley.
I mean, I guess we go through the gate.
All right. As you begin to sneak through the gate, you get right up on the edge, and you see one of the dragonborn archers kind of begin to shift his weight as he starts turning to start walking his pathway to the other side. You
So
kind of
would
catch
we-
yourself.
Are we level with them?
Mm-mm. So they're
They're
up.
up.
You're going underneath the gate to get out. Eventually, they're going to see you if you just go straight through the gate.
How many are there on there?
2 that you see.
Even with Pass Without a Trace?
You're not invisible.
It's not visible.
Okay, then let's not go through the gate. Let's see if we can go off the side. I'm going to lead them off the sides.
As you begin going, are you going to the southern or northern side?
What kind of commotion? Like the gate is open. Do I see any commotion on the pathway outside of the gate?
Nope.
Okay, then I want to go. Oh, crap. I guess let's go on the northern side.
Okay. As you begin to walk to the right side, heading to the northern side, you kind of wait for your moment and opportunity when the guards are turning and walking towards the south, and you begin to look over the edge. It's not a jagged drop-off, but it definitely has a very precarious walkway down. It's going to be tough to do holding onto these eggs, but you can give it a try.
How much do these eggs weigh, ballpark?
Ballpark? 20-ish.
Talking pounds or kilograms?
We're American, so we're going to go with pounds. 'Cause
How many stones is that?
Can you put them in the amulet?
they technically are a living thing, but you could put only one living thing in there.
I mean, we could try. Let's put one of the guaranteed ones in, and then we still got fall back, I guess. So,
Right, so as you pull your amulet out, grab one of the eggs that has the guaranteed in it.
Wait, before you do that though, does a burst of light happen when you do that?
It does.
Don't do it.
Okay, well then just be very careful.
Voxel, do you think we could mage hand together the eggs down?
maybe, but it just
So
feels
tossing it back and forth.
Water balloon.
that might not be the best idea, but
Now take 2 steps back.
so try, but I think like wrapping them up
Is this a sheer drop?
I already answered that question.
Finley, is this a sheer drop?
It's just really steep.
Can we find a sheer drop?
That seems like a terrible choice.
No, it's a good choice, trust me.
It is a good choice. But also we need to figure this out very quickly.
I think we just need to keep moving. And if we find a
Just be
Keep moving.
very
Just keep moving.
careful.
Keep going.
Well, wait, let's see.
And then keep sneaking down.
Okay, Finley, you're making your way down. Go ahead. You don't have an egg on you, so you're not at disadvantage. Do an athletics check as you begin to climb down.
11.
Okay. You're moving at a slow pace, but you are making some headway. What is everybody else doing?
I'm going to follow.
Okay, whoever has an egg, you're at disadvantage on these athletics checks.
Oh. 12.
Right. You're moving about the same rate as Finley. You see Asira begin to just like almost power one hand down as she's sliding down, and you just see a soft puff of kind of dirt and debris scattering as she's picking up, and she slides right past you, carefully making her way, holding the egg in one hand and using her other hand to manage her direction.
But she has an egg too?
Mm-hmm.
So there are 4 eggs then. Okay.
16.
16? Yep, you're able to move down pretty quick.
That was the best disadvantage roll I've ever had in my life.
Voxel, what are you doing?
Same thing, just trying to run around. So that was a 6.
Voxel, you go, and as soon as you go, you immediately kind of twist your hand, grabbing it, and you feel a cramp go through your body, and you release the egg as the egg goes rolling down.
Midget.
I'm going to try to like grab it with my other arm.
With your other arm? Okay. Just do a dex check.
Is this at disadvantage also?
No,
Or
because
even-
you're letting go. You're basically about to slide down this thing.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. Dex check or dex save?
Dex, just straight dex.
Okay. 19.
19. You see the egg start coming, and you let go and grab onto it as your body just begins to roll down, and you're holding onto 2 eggs just tumbling throughout. So I'm going to roll to see if the eggs break in transit.
No.
Okay. What's everyone else doing?
I'm going to keep
Boxes,
sneaking down.
sneaking down as well, trying to get to
All right.
Q as fast as possible.
Vox and Finley, you can make your rolls. Finley, you're both regular rolls.
Okay.
Is that athletics or
Still athletics, yeah.
still?
Raystrom, one more at disadvantage.
I'm gonna flash a genius myself on this one. Hardcore parkour! Oh, I'm glad I did. It's still not great though. 12.
Okay. You're slowly moving down, but eventually you're going to get there.
8.
8. Fox, what'd you get?
6 again.
Both of you stumble and let go, and you see the debris going, at which point that's when you hear the sound of the horn begin to reverberate, and that's when the arrows begin to start flying.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh
Q.
shit, oh shit.
Asira slides, and you start sliding right behind her. She hits the ground and immediately starts running, and she's holding on just full on, like football style, just got that in the pocket. However, you look down, one of the eggs has been cracked all across the top. The other egg is still good,
Okay.
but you have one that's already cracked through.
Okay. I'm going to leave the one that's cracked.
All right, you drop that and you begin to run. Voxel and Finley, give me a dex save.
Oh, that's better. 17.
All right, yeah, you're able to manage to get yourself onto your feet a little bit. You don't take damage, but you definitely lost your egg. It's broken.
Then
What'd you get, Finley?
7.
7. You are going to take some damage as you hit hard into a rock.
Oh.
That is 6 points of bludgeoning damage as your skull just slams into a rock on the side, and you have this spinning headache, but you're on the ground as the arrows begin to come out.
It's gonna hurt.
Raystrom, one last One last roll. Disadvantage.
Hardcore parkour. I think I have one more. Yep, last one. All right. Ooh, didn't even need it. 19.
Ooh.
All right, yeah, you're able to slide down the rest of the way, and you have the egg safe, and you are now in a full sprint going out. You're still in range, though, so that means Vox, Finley, and Raystrom, you will have arrows coming your way. 2 of them are going at Finley, 1 at Vox, 1 at Raystrom.
Would I have time to turn myself invisible when I hit the ground?
You would not.
Okay.
There's 2. One is going to be a
run
miss.
zigzag.
One is going to be a miss. One is going to be a hit, Finley.
Okay.
The hit is going to do 7 points of piercing damage.
Ow, 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 ow. That's so pokey.
Hi. First one, Vox. That's going to be a miss.
Yay.
Second one, Raystrom. That's going to be a 19 to hit.
That hits.
All right. That is going to be 12 points of piercing damage. Good to go?
Yep.
All right, as y'all begin to run, they get one more volley of arrows on you.
The whole time, Finley is muttering to herself, "Ugh, but I still think they're fascinating. Oh, shit."
You would get you would have an action on this turn, so if there's anything you want to do it now.
I am going to turn invisible.
Okay.
Cast Blade Ward.
I'm going to cast Pass Without a Trace again.
So it stays with you. You're good to go.
Okay.
Yeah, that one lasts for a while.
I'm just going to run.
All right. So because Raystrom goes invisible, 2 attacks are going at Finley, 2 attacks are going at Vox. Finley, your 2 attacks. One is a 9, one is a 23.
Yeah, the 23, I guess, will hit.
That's going to do 6 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
2 at Vox. One is a 9, and one is a 17.
And is that bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing?
This is piercing.
Okay, or piercing. Okay, good.
Yeah. That's going to be 6, and I believe with your Blade Ward, it'll be reduced to 3.
Yeah. All right.
As you continue to run, but you do hear a few more of the volley of arrows coming your way, but they start hitting 10, 12 feet behind you, and you manage to get out of the distance and start running down the sandy dunes, getting into the grasslands below. Finally, after catching up with Asira, you meet at the bank of one of the sides of Lake Plastos, where you begin to catch your breath, and Asira turns to you and says, "I don't know where to go. I've never been out of this again. We've got to go."
Come to my house. We can keep going south.
You could always go to Kalakesh.
But we could stop at my house and rest.
We've got to go.
So let's keep moving south.
Okay.
We'll make life plans later, but I say we go with the little ones.
As you begin to make your long run south, I need Finley, since you're probably leading, I would take it. You know this area pretty well. Go ahead and roll your survival check at advantage.
Because I know it so well, right? It's one of my favorite ones.
Well, no, you just know it's where you grew up.
It's your house.
My house is my favorite terrain.
At advantage.
Yes.
Yes.
20, nat 20.
Yeah, you definitely know this place. You're like, and that's the rock, and that's the moss, and that's the...
There's that tree at a 41-degree angle.
That's not the tree I was talking about. That one's a 46-degree angle. I'm talking about 41 degrees.
You have been up here before. You've come this far along Lake Plastos, but you're closer north towards the capital than anything else. You have a good long run. I mean, you're running almost a 10K as you begin just taking off. Eventually, you do start seeing a few of the life signs and the animals that you've grown up with. And eventually, after a long, tiresome run, you get back into the glade area where there is a single tree leaning over, half uprooted out of the ground and half kind of tipped at a 41-degree angle, where a broken limb just kind of touches down, and there's one single branch on this tree that just kind of dips with the wind and touches into the lake, causing these little ripples to make patterns and decorations. And you've spent so many times on this tree branch just watching it decorate the surface of the water.
That's the one. We're here. Welcome to my home. Please don't judge. I've been gone for a long time, so I don't really know how dusty it is. Asira, you may not fit, but you're more than welcome to stay.
Yeah, we should rest.
Fox is like, yeah, it's great, and just like,
It's through this hole right here. Just move the brush aside.
You open up
"Ew,
the
you
little
try
door.
first." For sure.
You open up the little door to the hole, and you are immediately shocked as you look inside, and your entire house is full of crates and barrels that have been shoved to fill every room in this house.
Well, damn. I didn't.
All your Amazon orders got here at the same time.
Fox is gonna check the label of one.
There are no labels.
Well, they're in my house. I get to open them. Are they presents? Oh my gosh.
I mean, you'll have to open and figure it out.
Y'all, you guys, you have to help me open them. I didn't put them here. Help me open them. It's like they're presents for everybody. Everybody grab a box.
Who's going to try to go in to grab a box? Finley walks through the doorway, and everybody else just watches Finley walk through the doorway. Finley, as you go to one of the barrels, and it's sealed shut.
I mean, I am taking a very cavalier attitude towards this, but I would like to inspect it before I just like rip the top off.
Thank you.
All right.
This is a layaway.
Go ahead and roll do an investigation check.
I'm rather cavalier. I rolled a 3.
Yeah, you go straight in. This seems like a box. So
I'm gonna try and open it.
This barrel that you've gone to, all these barrels and boxes seem to be nailed very hard shut.
Okay, hang on. Ooh, wait. Hang on. Oh, never mind. Can I use any of my tinkering toys to attempt to open the box?
Q is gonna see Finley like try to use like some random stuff. She's like, well, let me try to like
You've got a crew or
actually
something.
pick it open. So she's gonna go into the same box that Finley was looking at.
So
And
you
also
have
not-
to get on your stomach and crawl
Through the hole.
the hole to get to. It's
Okay.
it's like Winnie the Pooh and going to see
Yes,
Piglet.
yes, that's exactly what I imagined.
Got you.
I wasn't thinking of Winnie the Pooh.
It's
But
going
you're
into
like-
Piglet's house.
I'm gonna slide in.
All right, so yeah, you get in, and then the inside is much larger. I mean, you can't stand up fully, but you can get sort of up. You're
But,
gonna try to pick it.
Well, Q is very weary about all the boxes that were not in this house before and don't look like they could fit through the
How
hole
dark
that
is
she
it in
just
here?
fit through.
It's
Um,
not super dark. There's windows.
Okay.
So she's gonna look at like how many boxes are there, like how big are they, and if she hears any noises coming from any of them.
Roll an investigation check.
Finley's going to move on to the next box.
Hot.
They're all nailed in.
Okay. Well, that barrel was too hard. I want to try a different one.
11.
You could have sworn you heard a baby. No, no, okay. No. There's no sound coming from them. There has to be about 30 pushed in between this kind of sitting area, and you see they kind of float back into a hallway. Deeper down, there's a bedroom area, and it's just boxes and boxes.
So
Great.
incredibly inconvenient. Who
You
is
sure,
you
you
say the
sure you weren't
boxes are-
expecting any kind of delivery? Wait a
Did you see the
minute.
boxes are nailed down to like the floor, or
Nope.
like
nailed
They're
shut?
nailed
oh,
shut.
they're just nailed shut? Okay. Vox will say, "Well, why don't we grab a small one, take it outside, cut it open, you know? That way,
Okay.
you know."
Yeah, Q's gonna try to take the smallest box she can find and try to put it back through the hole.
Okay. As you
I'll
find
follow
a small little crate. I mean, it's still takes a little bit of managing to get through. That sounded so good. Managing to get through the hole, and you pull it out. And you said you had a crowbar, Voxel?
I'm checking this. That is no.
If not, I
do
have a
not.
spoon.
Yeah, I thought I did. Mine is.
That spoon does not come in handy.
What about a dagger?
I do have a dagger. I mean,
What about a clawhead hammer designed to place and remove nails?
That would definitely work.
That would be perfect.
It seems like that kind
What
of
it's
thing was
for.
made for
But the
this.
spoon probably would be more fun.
Can we try the spoon first?
I mean, by all means, Q. But
No, that's okay.
I'll
I
have
think
I've
you
my-
have
been
a
using
great
this
idea.
hammer as a utensil the whole time.
No wonder it was so hard to eat your soup that way.
Roost is tired.
I'll start
Well-
loosening nails so Finley
is
and
it?
Q can remove a top.
What is it? What is it? What is it?
You
What is it?
pop off the top, and there is mounds of straw inside. And you
Mage
begin.
hand to ruffle through.
The mage hand goes in and ruffles through, and you hear a little clink, 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 clink.
Start pushing it away.
Start pushing the box away.
No, well, just whatever. Yeah. Like if he's hearing clinking, like he's pushing it away.
It's too heavy for that hand to move it.
Vox is gonna say, "Get back, get back, get back."
Well, I'm getting back, but I think the mage hand should pick up.
I think the mage hand should
Well,
move
it's-
it. Yeah.
You know, it'll ruffle through and to like
Grab
specifically
something.
feel through,
Yeah.
like to ruffle
Eventually,
through,
it does grasp
Yeah.
on to something, and then the mage hand begins to lift up, and you see a glass bottle that begins to lift, and as it lifts, there is a label of a Grim Reaper-like scythe that is aimed into the shape of a J, as you have found quite a few bottles of Johannesson Vineyard wines.
Would I know about Johannesson?
You would not.
Okay.
What I know about Johannesson, or at least his wine.
You probably have had the wine before.
What is it? What is it doing in my house?
I don't know what it's doing in your house, but
It's obviously being stored.
yes.
What is it?
So it's a wine, but the person who makes the wine is not super trustworthy.
Oh, so we probably shouldn't drink it.
No. The last time somebody drank one of his wines that was a gift to me, they fell asleep for a long time, or a couple of hours. So,
I mean, everybody would get a good rest, right?
I don't think that's how we want to
Not
do
like
it.
that? Okay.
Well,
one of those rests you wake up from like more exhausted and you like,
Yeah.
when you take a vacation, you need a vacation from that. Yeah.
but I think we should.
We can't all stay in my house if all this stuff.
Well,
is-
no, I know. That's why
How
I think
long
I
have you
think we
been
need to get the
gone?
boxes out and like open all the boxes to make sure that's what's in all of them. But that's just really weird that they're all in there.
It's a little invasive.
It is.
When was the last time you were home?
I mean, with traveling and everything, it's been a few weeks. I stopped near the Zaget and the guards told me about my friend. maybe, you know, my friend being sent to the rift. So then I kept traveling north to the rift, and then I was in there, and then we'd come back. Like, I mean, it's been a while, and I stop and I enjoy the landscape, and, you know.
Vox is going to look around for tracks or any sort of indication that somebody else was previously here, because, you know, obviously, yeah.
Sure. Go ahead and do a
And-
survival check.
While you're doing that, Q is actually going to go back inside and see if she can find any kind of note or anything that was left, because the last time this person took something or kind of encountered them, he left something behind. So,
All right. I'll say now that you know what you're kind of looking for, go ahead and roll another investigation check. Vox, roll your survival check.
It was an 8.
Yeah, not a lot. I mean, there's traffic, but it could be anything.
18.
18. You do see a couple of things on a small dresser, a little kind of table-side dresser that's right in the living room area. You walk over and there is a discoloration on the mirror that sits above this kind of vanity-like station. And take a moment, you kind of think about it. And then you finally reach in and you just blow hot air onto the mirror, and you see small little etchings and writings on the mirror in Thieves' Cant. It basically surmises, if you put it together, pickup will be, hold on, let me find my calendar. Pickup is set for, I want to say it's Fevron. Make sure I get this right. Oh, nope, I lied. Pickup will be on Javan, Javan, and that's Javan the 12th. So the 12th day of Javan. And then at the very bottom, there is a symbol of a dagger, curved like your Deus dagger and dripping a few drops of something off the tip. That is always the denotion of who wrote the letter. And then the recipient on the bottom. Oh, sorry, I lied. That's who the letter is intended for. The recipient on the bottom. It's a different kind of symbol you've not seen before. It's a star shaped out of 4 daggers. It's almost like a nautical star, but the hilts are smashed together. And then in the background, there is a curved letter N.
Okay.
Vox is going to pay close attention to that, just because he wants to, like, because of his forgery kit and stuff, he wants to at least kind of like make like try to get like a printout of it or something.
Are you trying to go in?
What was that?
Are you trying to go into the house?
No, he's just trying to get like a printout of like the symbol that oh well, no, his thieves can't. No, never mind.
Well, the other thing is you're outside of the house and it's inside the house, so it's
yeah.
it's one of the things you don't have to be small to get in there.
Ooh. Would Vox be able to fit as a tiefling?
You can try.
Yeah, Vox will try. But, well, for claustrophobia.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, Vox will go ahead and.
All right, go ahead and dex yourself through, or strength yourself through, whatever you want.
Dex yourself through.
7.
No, those horns, man.
Duke. Oh. Nope. Sorry, kiddo. Treehouse is a little bit too small for that. Go Voxy.
Sorry, I guess you'll have to camp out here. I'm gonna hop down and start trying to move crates out.
Asira kind of walks over and she grabs the first crate and starts dragging it to the side. Sets the egg, like kind of removes some of the bottles and puts the egg in the straw, and starts kind of making a small little nest in one of the crates. And then after all of them are there, she takes one of the bottles and just uncorks it and sits down and just begins to start drinking.
I thought Q said, oh.
Would Q, I mean, I'm assuming Q has an understanding of time in this world. So how much time between now and Javin 12th?
So you just finished the Feast of Books at the tournament, which was, it's usually around the 40th of Advantis. Then y'all spent about a week in travel going through. So you would be coming up on the start of Javin. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, today would be Javin the 2nd. Tomorrow is a national holiday. Tomorrow is Javin the 3rd. It's known as Parents' Feast.
Oh no.
A day in which you honor your parents and take care of them as a sign of respect and appreciation. It's also a day to visit the grave sites of the departed elders.
Damn.
So you have a little under 2 weeks, or a little under a week.
And there's no indication of where, oh, I guess it says pick up. So I guess they're going to come here to pick that up.
Somebody will be coming here on the 12th.
Okay. I relay this information to Fenley, not because I back this plan, but just giving the information of what I found. I don't know who left this, but.
Would I have any knowledge of the symbols?
Go ahead and roll, do a history check.
Okay. 2.
No, you don't remember.
If these are humans, I'm going to be so pissed. God, using my house as a storage unit, this is stupid.
I mean, has this ever happened before? Is this like a thing? Do people use your house?
Not that I've ever noticed.
Well, I mean,
How often do you travel for extended periods of time?
I come and go. I like to wander. I like to explore.
I mean, to be fair, it's pretty common that if somebody's finding something, they're going to have a hiding place. I mean, we've even, I've definitely done that. When you find somebody and you can't necessarily take it back to a temple. Sometimes you got to find like a shed in the back. So you dump.
Are you calling my home a shed?
I'm saying that sometimes when you've got something valuable and you don't want everyone to see it, you have to have a halfway point between where you are and your drop-off point.
I would just like to say that my home is very homely and lovely, and it is not my fault that it's stuffed full of stuff that's not mine.
Well, we can empty the crates out and get anything valuable. We can repackage them. We can set them outside, and when they show up to get them, we rob them.
You know what we could do?
Like into slavery or something.
Could we? Whoa.
What?
I'm not really all for slavery.
Oh,
I just want to put that out there.
Fine, then we just, I don't know, we kill them and, send, look, I'm getting ahead of myself. My whole point is, look, someone invades your home and dumps all their stuff in it, this is now, this is your house, so you technically get to keep it. And
Finders keepers.
They're going to come back, and then we can rob them for more stuff. It's like an inconvenience fee. I think personally.
We could open every single box and pull out every single everything and make designs with whatever's inside. And so when they come back, it's a huge pain.
Mm-hmm. Back in my day, we used to celebrate something called Christmas. Where you basically, hand somebody a box and you open it. So, think of it like a big Christmas party.
Okay, let's get them all out.
It's like a big Christmas party. So,
and then we can use the whatever's in there to write a message. So if it's all bottles in every single box, all the bottles could say something really mean. We could
no, I've got it. We could make up like a really dangerous sounding crew. I can definitely make like a skull with like a dagger going through it, but like it'll come out like the front teeth and it'll be split, and it could be something like, like the Destiny clan or like the Death clan or like the Death Destiny clan. So it could be like the Destiny clan, it would be really aggressive, Yes, that's what I'm thinking. So,
And we could be
like, and like you can't say it without thinking like fear, like Destiny, so like it's death, it's like a death Destiny.
Okay, but you're spitting on me. That's not very nice.
Unless you're part of the Destiny crew. So, if
like,
you're part of, it's just like they're so vicious they spit on each other. I think personally that would be a great idea. So
empty bottles. We could empty the bottles too and be a huge pain in the butt.
But then we don't get to rob them. So.
But that is robbing them.
Well, I mean, we don't get to like, look, if they're doing a pickup, that usually means that they've got to have something in exchange, that they're picking it up and then dropping it off, or.
But they'll be so mad because it's all empty, and then we can rob them. Oh, that's not very nice.
They'll be chasing
the
wrong group. They'll be chasing the Death Destiny clan. It'd be perfect, wouldn't it? Because I mean, think about it. If you think about it, they'll be after and enraged by a group of people that think
don't exist.
Exactly.
Fox, you're my new best friend.
Thank you.
Finley, if I may.
Go for it.
Since this is your home.
Yeah.
Number one.
Uh-huh.
I would like to put some kind of door unlocking mechanism on your home, so it's not treated as a storage unit.
I would love that.
But also, the more diplomatic solution would just be charging a storage fee to whoever shows up to collect these goods.
Yeah, but we can't guarantee to collect that.
Well, you just make them pay, or you don't allow them entry into your home, since it is private property.
I thought we were going to take all the crates out.
That seems like a lot of work, as opposed to making somebody pay us to remove the crates.
I don't know that I should spend so much time
that's why,
with
like,
you
it goes
guys.
back to like robbing them. I mean, like they show up, they start loading the crates in, and then we just like take their wheels or something. It's kind of hard to get pretty far when you don't have wheels in your car. So, just
wagons will be on blocks when they come back.
Look, they don't even have to be on blocks. They could just be sitting right in the mud.
I don't think I was so diabolical before I met you. I don't think you're a good influence on me.
Probably
but you're still
not.
welcome to stay in my home.
Vox, are you still stuck?
Yes. You could just kick me, just right straight in the horns. You won't hurt that much. Just don't like scuff them, because
I want to get out so I can like
just kick.
See everybody outside.
Be gentle. Will you just push it, or somebody get my feet?
I'm laughing at it has gone full Winnie the Pooh of Vox stuck in the hole.
We have this whole conversation.
Hey, Vox, how are you?
Cat's talking to the face while Finley's talking to the butt. And Asira's just mopey on the corner. Just
Q, kick on 3?
Kick on 3.
Don't kick him. That's not nice.
Well, I mean,
we gotta get him out.
I'm gonna.
I don't
pull.
have any upper body strength. I'm more nimble with the legs.
So are we 1, 2, 3, then go?
I have go on 3.
Go on 3. All right.
Who's counting?
2,
3.
Ah!
Yeah.
They don't have to roll.
That's a record for skipping.
4 skips.
4 skips.
4 skips of the box.
Did you see 4? We should do this again and see if you
No, I
can do more.
can't see anything. Everything's spinning.
Yeah.
That's
What you didn't know is Vox can't swim. No.
I crawl out and just kind of sit outside, I guess where Raystrom and Asira are, and just kind of relax for a little bit.
Please have yourself a bottle. She pulls one out and sets it up and uncorks it.
But is it poisonous?
At this point,
It's been a long day. I think we could play, a little wine roulette.
we could always
play.
we
Are
could
we
always
playing a
pay
game?
them when we get there.
What's this wine roulette?
It sounds like a game.
A game with not so great results.
Uh,
Vox is going to take a taste of it just to see if he notices anything.
You know, some of you have good ideas sometimes,
It's a
Fern, and
deep-
sometimes you don't.
Deep red wine. It's got some,
Red wine.
yeah. It's got some citrusy notes to it. An earthy bouquet.
Cherry.
Hints of coriander.
You know what?
Red moss.
I guess to the brass.
Kitty litter.
To the brass. To what's left of us.
You know, Asira, I have a feeling you might have gotten us into more trouble than we intended to get in the Zaget today, but
Jocelyn's going to be pissed, but, well, I mean, this is really can't.
Jocelyn said to be on our best behavior.
This is not.
but how do we know this wasn't the best
this-
thing to do?
I mean, this is definitely something, Asidia, I think you can vouch for us in saying that, you know, this, you even said it was going to fall into disrepair.
It is.
And-
Go ahead.
Even if we didn't, which I don't think Jocelyn needs to know. I mean, she still hasn't told us everything, but, you know, if we're being honest, you know, like, we don't even have to mention that we, you know, may have influenced the pot a little bit. At the end of the day, we didn't, you know, a ticket didn't come out. So, yeah, like, you know, it was just a random selection and power shifted and, yeah, we
And-
had no influence. We
but there's-
were just simply there as it was unfolding.
And there are two sides to every story. So maybe in our view, we were on our best behavior. Or maybe, yeah, something like that.
I don't think we did anything wrong.
I'm kind of tired.
Yeah.
Asidia, if you don't mind me asking, what? And forgive me, I'm still learning a lot more about this culture, but this sway of power, like, when is it just kind of like an elimination of the previous group that was, you know, controlling things, or was it like a why the sudden need to be run out?
I'm not sure what you're asking.
Well,
Be
so
straightforward. Dragonborn speak in truth and honesty. Just ask what you want.
how come when the egg that, or when the child that was revealed was copper, how come suddenly you had to pack up and go? Like, what is it about that creature being born to a specific tribe, chromatic association, I guess? When it's associated with that, how come they had to run you out of town? It's
They didn't. But I
Okay.
knew this was the only way that I could actually ensure that we would be able to live on. Velasa and Yawen have never been trustworthy. They've always vied for power, and the more true dragons that they would raise, as more dragonborn would die, the ceremony would be commenced, and they would appear as a bronze or a copper every time. At this point, they were pretty evenly matched. Doxin, being at one point a bronze, meant that the bronze were the ones in power and led the armies. But now that the coppers have more of a powerful hold, more dragonborn with tells means that the dreadnought seeks their favor. They take control of the entire metallic conclave. Doxin has been very ill. And since the murder of Rokum, whenever my daughter first disembarked from the Zaget, I've had my suspicions about both Velasa and Yawen. At this point, all I've done is dig through the histories that were in the antiquary and I ran across quite a few things that I think Rokum himself might have run across. I knew that the only way that we could stay at the Zaget was if we had another dragonborn, somebody else to be born into the Brass family, a true dragon. Not to gain any standing for ourselves, but to make sure that the Bronze and the Coppers could not take Ascension. They'd be at a stalemate. There would be a civil war before there would be any type of overthrowing of Doxin.
And Velasa killed him.
Will you tell me?
It looked that way.
I don't know. She went up to him and
All he saw was black around the gum line, so I have my suspicions that you don't just die and immediately have your gums go black. That either happens before you die or, long after. But
well, and that's why I asked you, because you mentioned that the leaders tint their scales. So I wondered if when they died, they reverted back to their original color. But he's a bronze.
There's no reverting.
He had black around his gums.
Did Velasa kiss him at any point?
Yes.
Yes.
And you know what a breath weapon is, do you not?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't think I do, actually.
She kind of looks at you and she turns to the side and you see her take a big breath and she releases this giant flame that shoots off into a line and streaks across the water, and you just see smoke begin to rise off at the surface.
Oh. Yeah, that would make sense.
All dragonborns who are born with tails are known as true dragons and have the ability of the great dragons. However, just like the chromatics are as diverse as their population, the breath attacks also have their own diverse nature. While we are blessed with fire, the copper dragons have a more sadistic type of breath weapon. Poison. I had my fears about Rokum. Yawin herself has a lightning breath attack, and from what you gathered within the autopsy, I imagine that it was possibly her. As I said, I don't trust either. And I've been in conversations with others outside of the Zaget, building up a case and trying to find a place to store the innocents that are here. I feel like that's where these eggs need to be. Safe and far away until we can regain order in the Zaget.
Q, you mentioned Kalakesh.
Yeah. Kalakesh is where I'm from. It used to be extremely overcrowded, but since fairly recently, it's been kind of cleared out. There's a lot of space there. There is a group that is in charge called the Days of Cain. If you tell them that you knew Kelnis and that you know me, they should treat you well. My mother is also there. Kelnis always wanted our moms to meet. We think you guys would get along really well. You guys are both leaders.
Then perhaps we should meet there. I mean, I myself have never seen the Days, but as one who has not been marked, perhaps it's time for me to finally speak with this Renata.
I mean, she may not talk to you. She didn't talk to us.
She talks to me all the time.
Well, that's promising.
Unfortunately, I don't have any pseudo-dragons present to be able to send a message, so it looks like this time will have to be in person. I mean, I'm sure she would like to know everything, especially considering Velasa is the one to take power. I mean, Velasa is her sister.
What?
And that's where we're going to end our episode today. So, thank you so much for tuning in. It was a wonderful episode, and we will pick up next time outside with Finley and our gang enjoying the house, the wine, and a few more secrets about Kalakesh, the Dragonborn, and Renata. Till then, class is dismissed.